there's nothing I can do. I can never get to you. So I'm looking for a miracle. Like somebody be so beautiful, yeah. It's only a dream. It's how I feel. That you deserve better than me.
Zadalos, what is up, what is up? कैसे हो chat? A very good morning. How is everybody? पंकज सिटी बज रहा है. बाप रे. Hello, 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 hello. भाई प्लीज टीएच वर्सेस फैनेटिक वॉच पार्टी प्लीज. अरे लेकिन नहीं मैटर करता है गेम. गेम मैटर नहीं करता है चैट. ऑलरेडी लोग क्वालिफाई हो चुके हैं प्लेऑफ के लिए. आपका अनाउंसमेंट कब है विजय में मेन रोस्टर में? पता नहीं, बात करूंगा गॉब्लिन से. समझ रहे हो? कल ही उसको 1v1 में मैंने हराया था मेरा गायरो ऑन करके. बढ़िया गेम है ना, पर बढ़िया गेम है लेकिन मालूम नहीं ना लोग सीरियसली खेलेंगे कि नहीं खेलेंगे. स्क्वाड क्या है आज की? मैं और मेरा लुल्ली डेडली डो जस्ट सिंह में सोलो. मतलब कोई भी आ गया वो लुल्ली. ऑन होता है गायरो. एक्सक्यूज मी. GTA 6 डिलीट हो गया भाई. मैं जब तक आने नहीं वाला ना तब तक जीरो एक्साइटमेंट्स. हो गया भाई, 5 साल से रुके. हेलो बंदा, लव यू टू विराज भाई. क्या सी एनए वॉच पार्टी करोगे? ऑब्वियसली एनए वॉच पार्टी होएगा. और आई थिंक एनए के बाद पैसिफिक भी है कल कि नहीं है. लेट मी चेक. आज एनए सेंटिनल्स इसकी माँ MIBR सेंटिनल G2 EG है. और फिर है ना पैसिफिक भी है. पैसिफिक भी होएगा. T1 PRX है आज. और टैलेंट और नोंगसिम रेड फोर्स. भाई मैं कर पाऊंगा आज नोंगसिम रेड फोर्स का? ये मी भाई सच्ची बोलू मैटर नहीं करता है मैचेस भाई. प्लीज आ जाना. अभी तो रुक जाओ. अभी ये लोग का खत्म नहीं हुआ है ना. लिक्विड वाला खत्म नहीं हुआ है ना. खत्म होने दो. ये लोग का खत्म होने दो, उसके बाद देखते हैं क्या सीन है. ठीक है. हो सकता है तब तक कोई $1000 दे के बोले बंक्स भाई चुपचाप वॉच पार्टी करो, फेनेटिक देखना है मुझे. हो सकता है. लोग इतना बोल रहे फेनेटिक वर्सिटी है. चालू होने दो. रुक जाओ, मैं पिघल जाऊंगा तब तक. रुक जाओ. मालूम है तुम्हारा बात सुनता हूँ मैं पिघल सकता हूँ तब तक. रुक जाओ, चालू होने दो. और रात को वॉच पार्टी है. एडीजे आउट ऑफ मास्टर्स क्या? कैसे? हाँ जी, एक लौती टीम थी. स्क्वाड शेर अकेला आता है भाई. आप सॉफ्टी हो ना पिघल जाओगे. अच्छा हो मेरे पीछे साइड कुछ नहीं था पहन. नसीब भाई नसीब. ले ले मैटर करता है फॉर टॉप सीडिंग. गाफ में डालोगे टॉप सीडिंग जो वहां पे जाके जीतने का ही है. हर एक तो कल्टी मारोगे भाई. हैवी भाई. सारी दुनिया इमोर्टल पे चैट. सारी दुनिया इमोर्टल पे. डेली वैलो स्ट्रीमर नहीं है. हाँ हाँ. बीजीएमआई और बाल कलर चेंज करने वाला दोनों इमोर्टल. इसको देखो. ए आजा DM कैरी करो. ला 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 ला. हे डेथ मैच हो जा रहा है. हेलो डेथ मैच. बिंच किधर बाथरूम में बैठा है? अरे तो कैबिन बिंच साउंड नहीं आ रहा। कैबिन में ये कौन सा माइक है भाई? स्क्रीन दिखा। पंकज!
अभी ठीक है अभी।
हाँ हाँ अभी ठीक है भाई। और
अरे
डेथ
वो
मैच
पहले
खेलेगा?
हाँ खेलते हैं ना, चल।
मैं मूड में हूँ। क्या खेलेगा? मुंबई सिंगापुर पूछना पड़ता है।
कुछ भी डाल दे।
कुछ भी डाल। मुंबई मिला तू बात कर रहा है, थैंक यू।
ठीक है।
शायद से मैं एक ही गेम हूँ, शायद से। पेनेटिक चालू होएगा फिर। और क्या कर रहा है भाई आजकल? मिलने मिलने भी नहीं आता।
तू बुलाता किधर है, जो आओ पता है।
वही तो बात है।
Match found.
हाँ? वही तो बात है भाई। ला 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 ला। नीचे कर, इंस्टॉल ऑफ कर। इंस्टॉल ऑफ कर, डरते नहीं RNTX से तू। वाइपर लोटस।
वाइपर खेल। क्या हो गया?
मेरे देश का सबसे सर्वश्रेष्ठ जेटमैन। क्या देख रहा हूं मैं ये?
रुक जा, वाइपर खेलूं या सेंटिनल खेलूं? मेरे को सेंटिनल लग रहा है। दो
कर
डुएलिस्ट हो गया।
गया मेरे देश का जेट प्लेयर।
सेंटिनल खेलता हूँ भाई भाई।
हाय वाइस किलर चैट। वो तो रोसी भाई थे ना, दो ही तो थे, एक रोसी भाई के, तीसरा मेरा स्ट्रिक्स था। तीन ही थे वो टाइम पे। ला 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 ला। भाई गेमिंग देखना है को वॉच पार्टी है। वॉच पार्टी के बाद वापस गेमिंग करेंगे, 2 ही घंटा तो लगेगा वॉच पार्टी। उसके बाद वापस ब्रेक है तक। आज लंबा स्ट्रीम करेगा भाई, कांड मरने गया है रेस्ट। समझ रहे हो? दोपहर को
Let
भी
me
मैं
get
2
this
शूट
right.
किया
We're Earth's
बस।
only defense, and we still pay for it.
और वनटा के पब्लिक्स कैसे चल रहा है लाइफ?
चल रहा है भाई
ट्रिम्स
बस।
विम्स कैसी चल रही है? ट्रिम्स के बारे में नहीं पूछना था शायद।
चल रहा है ठीक है।
चल रहा है, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक। आर यू वॉच पार्टी किंग? आई एम नॉट। इस चीज की वॉच पार्टी आज एनए है ना? एनए है, कल पैसिफिक है, इसके बाद देखते हैं। चैट बोल रहा है
Fight.
फ्री
We fight?
फायर।
There.
Yeah.
ठीक है।
Wonderful kill. Mark one. Reloading.
1C।
Reloading.
C coming 2, C coming 2।
Yep.
अरे
chill.
ला मैं
I on spike। One was spike। C coming in, C coming in। See one more।
remaining.
Mid, C mid। क्या चल रहा है भाई इधर?
रोड बेबे। अक्षय भाई थैंक यू फॉर द मेंबरशिप। मेरी जान के टोटे टोटे टोटे
Have a spike for
टोटे।
me।
क्या फायदा इतना स्क्रिम्स करके यार मिलते हैं यार कभी, बहुत टाइम हो गया यार।
मिलेंगे ना भाई, बता कब मिलना है।
वही तो नहीं पता, सबसे मिलना है, बहुत टाइम हो गया।
He's good।
Reloading.
Be careful।
I watched B. I watched.
Okay।
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Woo!
1, 2, 3. Nice one, bro.
Beautiful round.
That chamber's dressed like a fancy waiter.
ये मैं वॉच पार्टी, अरे क्या ये सिर्फ वॉच पार्टी के बारे में बात कर रहे हो? मैं रेडिएंट जा चुका हूँ यार, मैं गेमर हूँ यार। लेकिन इसके बाद हो सकता है फैनेटिक वाला। गिफ्ट का फीचर आ गया भाई, कब दे रहे हो? एक नया बंदा मेंबर बना, कहाँ से गिफ्ट करूँ?
C2 guys, C2.
Oh, cannot
C close. C close already guys. Can you smoke?
Satchel
Oh,
out.
cannot smoke. Only one smoke, bro. I forget to buy.
Darn barrier.
C in. Easy button.
Bring them down.
Spike planted.
कि माँ का
Last player standing.
why you have one smoke putangin na?
Sorry, bro.
भाई 3400 इसके पास। From Red Parasite member as big fan, love you okay bye. बोलो का नेट तोड़ रहेगा तेरा स्पाइक।
एक तोड़ रहा है बस।
Out of charges. Stay focused. Grenade. Find you. Drop it.
C coming again guys. C2 at least too
Right.
close, huh? In one. In one. Into.
in one आया हो।
You and me.
Dropped.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
हिंदी निकल गया फिर उसका। इन वन आया।
Come in. Let's go.
नहीं हो रहा है क्या डीएम?
Launching swords.
सुन इधर जमीन में ब्लाइंड डाल, मैं ब्लाइंड चालू करने बोलता।
ठीक।
जमीन में डाल। चालू कर 20 पैक।
BB.
Swords activated.
अंदर नहीं आ सकते स्पाइक on.
Grenade.
खेल रहे लोग।
A
Here
tower,
will be.
tower. Mini A, mini A.
आय।
Dropped in a smoke.
Inside. Planted.
Spike planted.
भाई वो एंगल लगा के बैठ रहे गांडू।
Yikes.
3 towards shot.
Last player standing.
भाई वो लोग सब लोग भेज से एंगल लगा के बैठ रहे हैं।
Enemy remaining.
You had your fun. My turn.
Nice try, bro.
Let me play with voice. You guys play.
Rip and tear.
सेम जमीन पर डाल, जमीन पर डाल।
चलो
You're doing any bunks by? Yes, I'm doing any. Yeah, no, excuse me.
Let's start this
New
party.
skin लो जल्दी क्यों मैं देखा भी नहीं
एक टू से लो
ब्लाइंड दे
One
ब्लाइंड
drop.
दे
Natural blind.
मैं देख रहा हूँ
मक्सी है क्या
Okay.
I have my wall still मेरे को मटका मार दिया
आजा अरे 100 क्लो 100 तेहो
क्लोज इन
फ्री क्लो
इन क्लोज टू वाटर
Last player standing.
मेरे को मटका मार दिया उसने हवा में मारा है पता है कि हवा में एक बुलेट मारा है
अबे 3 लो है बेंच
Spike planted.
तेरा अल्ट में वो बच गया आइस होकर
Whatever happens, you can't sleep. Don't panic. Struggling into that corner.
Launching forward.
भाई लेकिन हम लोग हारे कैसे
Now we wait.
3 लो बेंचू
Launching forward.
अच्छा यहाँ पे लगाता हूँ ऊपर
Good hit.
C2 हाँ C2 एटलीस्ट
लोड़ा जील थोड़ा बस
Eye.
रिफ्लेक्स था
in one more inside already
What?
Spike planted.
विद फजे
Last player standing. One enemy
That's
remaining.
long.
100. Oh, nice.
ब्यूटीफुल
ये राउंड हारता तो मेरे दिल में
भाई
लगता।
सेक्सी राउंड था रिफ्लेक्स सेक्सी था
Thank you
Clutch.
क्या फायदा इतना अच्छा रिफ्लेक्स का है मेरे नो मॉन्ड्रे ये स्ट्रीम कंटिन्यू करेगा वॉच पार्टी यानी ये में ये कंटिन्यू एने दूसरा
Rip and tear.
खत्म हो गया क्या 2-0 हुआ क्या केसी वाला नहीं ना केसी लिक्विड वाला मैच खत्म हो गया तो बोलना चाहिए
They are mine.
कम फाइट है
Hold. Where are you?
no one see
Be yeah. But
80 club
Enemy remaining.
nice
you hey
I'll isolate the problem. You crush it.
Reload. Can I get a drop?
ए ये क्या इमोटल लॉबी है रेडेड लॉबी है
Reloading.
पता नहीं रे
तेरा ट्रैकर बेकर नहीं करता क्या तू
क्या बोल रहे हैं
ट्रैकर वैकर सब नहीं करता क्या तू
नहीं
क्लीन बंदा बे ईडीजी रिनेट कैसे अबे ईडीजी कैसे बाहर हो गई बे इकलौती टीम थी
You want to play? Let's play.
no one see
बेची
got three.
be dead
Bye.
Going back.
Are you going back?
Yeah.
वापस भी जा सकते हैं.
Not ready yet. Good hit.
But
Uh,
take
see,
Threat
sir.
destroyed. Thorns are alive.
cannot move.
They are not in yet. In one.
दोनों.
In.
Perfect.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
You know, I could just.
बीटे वाला टीम आया है. भाई मैं जेट को बोला मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ. खुला पिघले का मरा हूँ. Jet, can you dash?
There.
Glove, you stop outside.
Okay.
I leave you, Jet.
C2 guys.
Go see.
Droning C.
बच गया मैं भाग.
Where B?
Ball.
Bomb drop outside C. Bomb
Spike
drop outside
down.
C.
C.
बच गया मैं.
You had your fun. Enemy B. My turn. There.
Okay.
Bam.
In C1.
One outside B.
In C or outside C, I don't know.
Flash placed. Not ready yet. Retrieving flash.
I think A.
Okay,
ball.
A opening door.
Open.
One planting.
30 seconds left.
I'll take the gun.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
That makes.
Wait, I have flash.
One.
I'll flash 3.
Over here. Back time.
Pretty clear. Side. Nice.
Retrieving flash.
भाई मेरे को क्या बचाया? मेरे को क्या बचाया भाई? मैं अल्ट मारा, मेरा अल्ट मिस हो गया.
Surrounded
लेकिन
by me.
आईएसओ ने शील्ड मारा और शील्ड टूटा और मेरा आईएसओ ने उठा लिया. मैं मरना फिक्स था उधर. मैं 10 एचपी पे था. आईएसओ ने मुझे अल्ट पे मारा, मैं आईएसओ को मार के मर गया. उसका शील्ड टूटा करके. ये मेरे गेम प्ले से तेरे को लगता है मैं भी बन सकता हूँ यार स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर. अभी भी है.
तू तो ऑलरेडी है भाई.
है
क्या
भाई,
बन सकता है?
है.
There.
One C long.
I don't.
C long, I don't know.
I don't.
I'll take.
Open Mali. Why? Open Mali.
I'm on it. Two C long.
Spike down B.
आईएसओ was
Chamber was outside C.
इनका लोड़ा. ऐसा है. शील्ड डाल के आए गांडू.
There.
One enemy remaining.
लास्ट ए प्ले.
Drop in score.
Hey, link.
Spikes here.
हाँ ये लिंक आ सकता है. शील्ड डाल के गांड मार रहा है गांडू.
Not ready yet.
Not healing, are you?
Retrieving flash.
Swap.
ठीक. यार ये शील्ड डाल के कैसे गांड मार रहा है ब्रिक. पहले
Last round
वर्सेस
before
टीएस
the
वॉच
switch.
पार्टी चालू हुआ क्या? फेनेटिक वर्सेस टीएस चालू हुआ चालू. बिंदा पुराने दिनों की तरह तुम्हारा स्ट्रीम देखते थे सो जाऊंगा. ठीक है. लव यू यार. कुछ मेरे लव यू यार. आसिफ भाई थैंक यू फॉर द 100 ड्रॉप.
Thanks.
Come close, B, push B. Double lock.
A net A. Tejo net A.
Come with double lock.
B A H B.
Jet, I'm leaving you.
They doning A.
I think it's A game. Nice.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Beautiful round.
Switching sides.
दो हेड मारा, हेड पगलू हुआ।
Guys, I have no spike for this one.
अरे बासुंडी की छठी गांड चालू हुआ ही नहीं तो कैसे वॉच पार्टी करूं? पेनल्टी चालू हुआ क्या? लव यू शामी भाई, लव यू। और मैं वैलो मोबाइल का ट्रेलर आ गया है, देखो एक बार। गेम आया, ट्रेलर आ गया। पानी से बाहर निकलो पहले प्रीतम भाई।
Reloading. Out of charges.
जेरेफ के साथ खेलोगे? नहीं, मेरा झगड़ा हो गया। गलती से माउस हिलाते उसने, समझ
Let's
रहे
go
हो?
see the Nile Wall here.
Now we
Recon
win.
here.
Find you.
Yeah.
Enemy spotted C.
कैसा लगा? Binks?
रस्ते लगा।
Reloading.
Top left side, okay?
I'll flash.
Two side.
Two more.
Last player standing.
A.
Binks का पर्ची खुला.
भाई चलते दिया और निकला भाई।
Assumptions will only get us
5 किल पे वो गांडू फट से हेडशॉट मारा।
Can we walk B?
There.
Walk B, walk B.
Okay, I'll just flash it. Flash and come back.
I duck and then go.
There.
Walk here.
I try to kill chamber at Sibo.
A taking A. A te ho.
का लोड़ा।
B1.
सीख लिया।
Go.
भाई ब्रेन था कि
I
नहीं?
hold flank, okay?
ब्रेन था कि नहीं? ब्रेन के बारे में बात करो ना। साइड पे ब्लाइंड डाल दे एक बस। ए तीनों है नो।
I flash.
Water T1 water.
Enemy remaining. Last player
Or-
standing.
दुआ दिया मैंने.
बच गया, ब्यूटीफुल वन।
Simple economics.
भाई हेवी दिमाग था,
I'm terrible
एम
woman.
नहीं था, हेवी दिमाग था।
Courage. But no one is.
भाई अपना स्कोर देख 11.
भाई पूरी टीम 11 पे भाई। ओ एवरीबॉडी
इसे कहते हैं टीम प्रॉपर टीम गेम.
बोम्बार्दिलो क्रोकोडिलो।
Oi. Pun.
Let's be.
There we go.
Alright, muckers. Off we go.
One left side.
Wait. We smoke this and fight trouble.
Walk back.
My
Okay.
thing.
Code. Okay.
Let's go.
I knock left side.
हेडशॉट मारा दो किल वाले ने। बहुत सही था।
Spike down A.
3 किल कांटू ने।
ये राउंड पर्ची मेरा खुला.
Make their fear your weapon.
मेरे को 2 किल वाले ने मारा। सड़का 1 टैप मारा मुझे। पेंजिनो बनानी मेरा चाहिए क्या ब्रे? बनानी
No one B. I'm gonna pick C.
Bring them down.
Come. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Clear, clear.
Recon waterfall.
Go, 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 go. I'll put my ball behind.
Let me get up.
Vandal, take my Vandal.
Crack.
I flash.
I can't fight.
Going there live.
हो गया भाई पुश करने
I
लगा
blocked them.
ब्लाइंड आ रहा है
One
जमीन
CD.
में डालते
Flash blade there.
W leave it to
One enemy remaining.
beautiful round race
I'm terrible. Okay.
वो चेंबर ने
Like
टीपी क्यों नहीं
करो।
मारा मेरा वो सवाल है.
वो एक मार के मारने वाला
Dead.
बंदा है वो
You have light on buddy. Right?
हाँ hey not me bro
Huh?
no
Where bro?
look
Oh, skin? Oh.
putang ina how do you get red body
Time to work.
I don't know, man. That's my skin, bro. I cannot. I don't left side. Okay.
but left
Okay. Come.
One enemy remaining.
Prepare.
टैक्सी पोजी पे बैठा तेरा भाई
Wall
ये देख
trick.
बस
Flank.
my kill
You can't see my face right now.
गेम का वजह पता है
Love it when
मारो एली को डैमेज दिया हमने एली को let's go Tibo only chamber
Okay.
fade you prowler
There.
वैसे blind
There.
आजा यहाँ पे blind है DM अरे बाद में तोड़ वो
कहाँ पे सी पे.
यहाँ पे ऊपर से blind है go
TP right. I put the ball.
Water.
Nice one.
flow इसमें मर रहा है मेरे गांड में हाथी का लड
सब जाग गए क्या अचानक?
मैं सो गया बुलेट्स कहाँ जा रही है भाई
I feel no.
मेरे को लग रहा है सब जाग गए अचानक.
सेम वी डू सेम बॉ
Okay.
फैंटम डे
Get a
Okay, bro.
drop.
फैंटम डे
Thanks.
भाई फर्स्ट हाफ टॉप ट्रैकर था ना हेट दे रहे हो
Sell
भाई
it.
कोई मर नहीं रहे भाई
Round
चलते
के
चलते
starting में
मार
बोला
के
था
जा
ना
रहे हैं
तुमने.
भाई
फिर भी
चलते
पीछे
चलते
है.
मारा हूँ मैं 4 राउंड लास्ट का 1 टैप खाया हूँ यार ऐसे मतलब आराम से चलो
You want to play? Let's play.
चेंबर है किसके?
Oh.
सब बता मुझे.
Get back.
Wait, I'll put my wall for you.
Wanna go?
वेट
Guys, wait.
नाइस
Okay, cut now.
I'm gonna ult
वेट
kill you, okay?
जा आगे जा कर
One P.
Spike down. C.
Have the spike.
I'll flash.
Dropping enemies.
2C, 1 spam in from B.
Player standing.
अरे बहन
Enemy remaining.
B from B.
बॉटम फेंक बा
I got the spike.
ये सामने वाले का रेस का नाम क्या है? कि मतलब कैसा नाम है? 25 grams of flies.
मेरे को नहीं पता ना
30 seconds left.
खा के आए क्या? मेरे को लगा निकाल दिया। Nice baby.
All good, go see again.
Hate to say it, but
They won't expect.
probably best to play as a team.
बड़े का plan डैमेज दे रहा हूँ डैमेज ला लो ला लू लू लू
Thank you.
कभी एक किल मारा था
Ajit, I can drop.
David Rock. Thank you. Reloading.
So my flash again here.
ये जब प्रॉलर करेगा तब डाल ब्लाइंड ताकि दोनों ना तोड़ पाए प्रॉलर फर्स्ट कॉम्बो विनर
Grenade. Rocking slow.
वन सिटी प्लान
Open from door guys.
बेंच शॉट बाहर आके मार के जा
Door से बाहर आके मार के गए तेरे को वाटरफॉल से।
स्मोक से बाहर आके मार के गया भाई
None of my stuff has malfunctioned yet. Can we celebrate that?
मैं अभी एक काम करूँ जहाँ पे भी जाऊँगा ना तो मैं अपना वो फेंक दूँगा स्पाइक फेंक दूँगा तो एक जगह ब्लॉक हो जाएगा। Wanna take a I'll flash.
भाई स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर 3 किल ऊपर ही है
Right then.
मेरा
Let's
चाय
go
खत्म हो
kill
गया
it.
इसलिए चाय पड़ गया
Close one. I'm set.
only one
Player standing. Spike down
They're
A.
alive. I have the spike.
तीनों उधर है शायद अभी लिखो ना रेस देव हाँ गंड मरे लोग
Wall set. Flash placed. Not ready yet. Launching storm.
कॉन्गो
Spike planted.
थैंक यू
Enough.
You had your fun.
Not
My
ready yet.
turn.
Wall trick.
No flank guy. Wait. Thank you.
What do we do, Bow? Yeah, let's fight C and go back A.
I did. Again. The spear is a track and the track is fresh. I have extra money if anyone needs.
Let
क्या
Fade
कर दिया
and
सुना नहीं?
Vice come C with me. Jet, you go A, Bow. We fight C.
मैं कहाँ हूँ तेरे साथ?
आजा
अभी
C,
सीधे।
C.
Yeah, you guys just go ahead.
Don't pick, okay?
Defend.
Prowler करेगा तब blind. इधर. जब prowler देगा तब blind.
Switching aim.
Be careful guys.
Out of charges.
Reloading.
Reloading. Grenade! Satchel out.
Hope see LED, bro. Can you walk?
Go ahead.
Carambole.
They know it's fake, Bow. We need to push.
Think we open door.
No peeking.
Oh.
Here comes the
Those are alive.
Going from two. I plant.
Right here. Spike carrier.
Out there.
तीन
Spike
कलर
down A. Last player standing.
Oh, my top. Oh.
Pry open their minds and find the weakness.
तेरा पर्ची किधर खुला?
मेरा इधर ड्रॉप ले रहा हूँ।
अच्छा।
Can I get a top? Thanks.
वो तो भी दो। So guys, go big. Maybe we make sound day and go big.
No one.
The dog.
Bring them down.
Please don't now.
Satchel out.
Three.
क्या है बहनचोद बकरा बनाते जा रहे हैं क्या?
Bring them down. Oh, carrier's down.
Spike down C.
Refreshing.
I spike.
Thorn. I have
Close.
Plant
Close.
करो,
Already
इसको
close.
डाल
Waterfall.
Go ahead. Stand your ground.
एक सिटी है।
Last player standing.
How you don't need?
Let's go see. I have my health. Let's go see. On my health.
भाई सब एक दूसरे को वेट कर रहे हैं।
Match point.
बहनचोद। लास्ट टाइम कब मैंने एक किल मारा था? भाई ये मैच कैसे हार सकते हैं?
Flash here. I'm gonna directly, okay?
अरे
Spawn will be open. Spawn will be open. Guys.
It's you and me.
Door one, guys. Okay, door one.
One CT. Kaptan CT.
Door open.
One enemy remaining.
Hey,
Door open. Door left.
down, bro.
My bad.
Ow.
Last player standing.
Wow.
Oh 40
Nice.
Nice, bro. My bad.
Switching sides.
सेकंड हाफ
Overtime.
में एक किल का जस्ट
We're
saying
here
लैंग्वेज
because we're the best. Don't any of you
Winner
forget
bun.
that.
मेरा असिस्ट अगर इनिशिएटर के असिस्ट से ज्यादा है, मतलब कुछ तो गलत हो रहा है। ये दे मेरे को, ये दे।
Can I get a drop? Thanks.
अभी आना चेंबर ट्रिक कौन में तुम्हें ना अगर पाव किलो का भी हाँ
I'll find you.
C1.
थोड़ी के
At the
C close one already, yeah?
Think C.
Incoming, in.
बैक ऑन
Bomb drop.
Spike down C.
Come bomb.
In, already in.
Remaining.
Box, flash, boxes. Nice. मार दिया भाई, 2 को काम हो गया मेरा।
ओ
Switching sides. Match point.
Peaceful chapters in this cold and
छोटी चाहिए तो मांग ले।
guys, 3 guys walk B. Wait, you reveal here and
There.
then prowler box. We make sound I. Love you expect. Hello, can you just smoke this here?
Okay.
Jet go B, jet go B.
bomb by that.
Tap, tap, tap.
खेलो भी ते हो।
Go, smoke.
Link,
One A-link, one A-link.
Hopping. 105 hop.
One down.
Link hop.
Let me pay first.
एक clear. Nobody A-link. Nobody A-link.
One
nobody
enemy
flank.
remaining.
सेम ceiling।
Easy, beautiful I killed.
Attackers win.
चल बिंग जाता हूँ मैं यार।
Smells like victory.
चलो bye bye.
And gum.
बाय।
स्प्रे बोलते ये by these fucking immortals, ये फर्स्ट ब्लड घर जाएगा 25 ग्राम ऑफ लाइस गाली खाया बे भाई। तुम लोग ने इसमें ये देख के तुम लोग क्या सीखे? बताओ भाई, बताओ। 2 ही जन को डिफ दिया, एक रेस क्योंकि मैं रेस था और एक इमोर्टल ट्यूब। बाकी सबको मैं चुआ तक नहीं, लो रैंक फक्स कहते हैं उसे, लो रैंक फक्स, समझ रहे हो? 06 भाई, 06 से क्या उसका ईलो गया है भाई, बेचारा दुख है उसको दुख है भाई। 06 दुख में है वो पहचू। ये लोग के नाम के आगे में से रैंक गया है, उसका मतलब पता है क्या है? दोनों 0 ईलो पे। देखने क्या तुम लोग को है? मेरे से ज्यादा ईलो है भिंचियत। भाई मैं छोड़ रहा हूँ गेमिंग, मेरा हो गया चैट, मेरा दोनों का ईलो मेरे से ज्यादा है, मेरा हो गया भाई। कभी है वॉच पार्टी भाई, हो गया। एक बार वैलो मोबाइल आने दो भाई। ये लोग का स्कोर चालू है भाई, जस्ट एक और खेल सकते। मुंबई नहीं, अपोलोजाइज बेबी। अरे कैंसर, न्यू वेंडल लिया नहीं, किधर है? क्या है ये? डाइवर्जेंस, पैसा मेरा डाइवर्ट होगा क्या इसमें? ये किसकी तरह दिख रहा है पता है? फर्स्ट थॉट मिस ब्लू।
Match found.
नहीं मतलब मेरे को देखने नहीं दोगे स्किन? अब डेल्टा के लैंग्वेज के लैंग्वेज मिस्ट ब्लूम वाली भाई, इसमें एक्शन में बोलो तेरा भाई वाइस में।
All paths end with me.
एल का मिस ब्लूम वाला वाइब नहीं आया तुम लोग को? तुम वॉच पार्टी और बकचोदी करो, गेमिंग ना हो पाए तुमसे। बंदे ने नाम रखा है, देखो क्या है चैट, लैम्बो गेमिंग भाई। एक बार आपका नाम बताओ प्लीज। हेलो प्रियंका जी, हाउस यूज यार, हाउस यूज।
Match found.
लाइटिंग चेंज करो, कैसे चेंज करूं? सनसेट, इसमें बैकटोरीज बेबी, हाँ बैकटोरीज, लेकिन वाइस इसमें भी खेल सकते हैं, कोशिश करो क्या?
All paths end with me.
ऑफ कर दो लाइट। क्यों? खुद के घर में लाइट ऑफ पे करके मेरे को बोले लाइट ऑफ करने। हाँ, निकालो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट फोटो। सनसेट से लाइटनिंग चेंज करो इसी, मतलब क्या बात कर रहे हो तुम लोग? ये बस प्रियंका का चैट पड़ेगा बिकॉज सिम, ऐसा नहीं है। प्रियंका जब कैसे, मैं ठीक हूँ, माय डेज गोज वेल व्हेन आई सी योर स्ट्रीम्स। थैंक यू यार, थैंक यू यार, थैंक यू। कैन वी हैव सम प्रियंका G+1 इन द चैट? व्हाट अ पॉजिटिव पर्सन यार। आपसे इंस्पायर्ड होके बनाई है बॉडी पेटू सड़ी का। हेलो बिकॉज स्ट्रीमर गिली चुम्मी टू यू, थैंक यू आसिफ भाई। प्रियंका जी, जिसने भी -1 लिखा है ना, प्लीज चैट में उनसे बात मत करना। दीज आर योर रियल हेटर्स, ठीक है? जिसने भी मेंबरशिप लेके +1 लिखा है, मेंबरशिप उनसे बात। आपका फोरेड जो चमक रहा है एयरपोर्ट खुल सकता है।
I'm out of here.
एनर्जी भाई, मैंने गलती से आपके डीपी देख ली। हाँ, चश्मा उतार के किधर फेंक क्यों नहीं देते? हाँ,
Go, go, go.
हाईवे जैसा दिखता है। एयरपोर्ट बनाएगा मेरे माथे पे।
I'm out of here.
Blinding crash. Not ready yet. Going back to base.
हाय, स्मोक किधर है? ऐसा नहीं है उसके पास। 6 o'clock।
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
क्या हो रहा है?
Aye, where to?
Pratish bhai, thank you for the membership. And Thibaut. एंटी रे 150 एचपी में वो पिक नहीं कर रहा है। एंटी रे क्या वन टैप खाता था क्या वो 150 एचपी पे?
Go, go, go.
टेक्निकली देखा जाए तो मेरे को
Make
वो
me
देना
proud.
Gotta go.
Blinding crash. Not ready yet.
nobody loves that.
Doing a thing.
Do I smoke mid?
Reloading.
Kick off.
Bye.
अरे बहन,
Spike down mid.
भी ऐसे गाया था।
Go, go.
Player standing.
2A. One long.
मैं भी ऐसे गाया था। हाँ, सेक्सी बंडल का। हाँ, क्या देखता हूँ मैं, देखता हूँ। थैंक यू तो 40 मेरी जान की तूने अविनाश भाई। एडी प्लेयर ही कह दे। Let's go.
Oh, National Men's Day, and it's one time when I actually never mind.
Now we win. No more
I blame
fear.
close.
There.
Go, go, go.
Doing a thing.
Number the left side.
Two side, two side.
Above. Abrupt तो सुना कैसे नहीं दिया? भाई अपने ड्यूटी नहीं जा रहे। मैं पहले मर रहा हूँ।
Reloading.
W.
Refreshing.
W.
Come side.
W.
Up here. Here. Where smoke?
I'm low.
अंधा मेरे को दिखाई नहीं दिया। Disco blame करे please. W भाई that's W do list that's. काश वो रिन्यू करने पे 1-on-1 छुपा दोगे excuse me.
Second win. Let your senses come alive.
आए ग्रुप में है. Let's. I'll give a thought about it.
I'm out of here.
Wait.
क्या खरीदना पड़ रहा है आज तक ये गन नहीं चला ये दिख भी वैंडल दिख रही है
Not ready yet.
Somebody left. पेन की लड़ाई one raise low
Two mid.
raise 148
Enemy remaining.
last low
Nice.
You spot them, Silva, and I'll kill them.
drop that
I need a
oh
I appreciate that. Now we wait.
Binks काश दो उसकी प्राइस कम करो यार 2500 बहुत है 2000
Hey, can you faster smoke here, bro? Faster. Smoke link. Fast.
Shooting flash.
Hello.
one close
Remaining.
Nice one.
Bro, I tried to help you
I
already,
can't
why?
find their clothes. But I
No
can
shouting,
play
bro.
some
I don't have you, bro. I'm dead.
Help, I shoot you one match. It doesn't go off.
Now we wait.
I give you my window. Stop crying, bro. Stop crying.
thank you boss
Go.
I don't know why you crying.
line up
Rip is there.
good hit he's blind
My crossing boys.
Go side.
Spike down A.
main की लड़ाई
Elbow.
Gonna fall back here.
One elbow.
एक किल मारा
Last player standing.
एक किल मारा baby first kill congrats thank you
I know I give you guys a hard time, but you're better off.
40 दिया उसको हाँ तूने किल मारा राउंड हारे समझे लैंग्वेज तो सुपर चैट में कौन सा दोनों तो पढ़ा मैंने.
Flash placed. Launching thorns. Thorns activated. Retrieving flash.
Nice one. Only a mid. One heaven, VCT.
Rip and tear. Thorns are alive. Blinding crack.
One fan, careful fan, let's fan.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
thank.
Those were your last words.
No, 40.
Oh my god, 80 bro.
They brought weapons made of metal
Tap
to kill me.
tap.
Ironic.
BCM. कौन BCM भाई? किधर है मेरे को तो नहीं
Again,
दिख रहा कुछ.
pop.
Yeah, can you drop me wise?
Same thing, bro. You smoke here.
Hey, just I
stupid.
finished.
Fucking
you
melee,
haven't.
up
Excuse me.
that.
Hey, wise, drop me.
I go with him.
Check your
कुछ
pocket.
टाइम हेटर के दे
Go
मतलब.
time, don't boost city, okay?
Okay.
Not ready yet. Rip and tear.
Spike down A.
Thorns are alive.
One left.
Fine.
One looking.
All tricked.
Call looking.
One enemy remaining.
Last guy probably. Yeah, always it.
I don't know why I'm crying for.
Alright, lucky socks. Don't fail me. Need a drop.
Got his job. He from Texas. He from Tennessee. I love his cop and I love his BBC. He in my throat. Penis make me choke. He was banging blue. His name was Drew. Yeah, you know he fucks me every week.
I'll show them.
Smoke, commit. I go in market fast.
No peeking.
Retrieving flash. Launching thorns. Thorns activated.
Pablo, 100. 20. You already.
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
मेरे को kills दे.
Back in a flash.
Boy, don't lose this.
पहले डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया मतलब मेरे को ज्यादा किल्स मिल सकता है.
Revealing area.
केडी प्लेयर ही कहते गेको लौड़े.
Why really it cable?
There's something to be said for downright doggedness, no? Most people would know when they're beaten.
Gotta go.
टूर्नामेंट रखो सबस का जो जीता उसका नया वाला बंडल. वाह मतलब मेरी जेब से पैसा जाना ही है. हाँ?
Wait. No. Okay. Go.
Rip and tear.
I can hold.
Tap they lock somewhere here. You help me?
Rip and tear.
Okay, tap they lock.
Thorns down. Down.
Hey. loaded.
One enemy remaining.
Get it!
Reloading. Stay short as a boast.
अब बोलना मत गन नहीं था तो वन टैप ना गन रहता तो भी वैसे मरते
एक इन come
तुम जो तीनों के पास ऑफ था ऑफ इको फ्रैग मैं नहीं कर रहा वॉच पार्टी
come
ओ दांगी ना
can smoke fast okay never mind we go elbow
Healing area.
Slow down. Launching thorns. No more thorns. Launching thorns. Thorns are alive.
लोड़े बेटर में
Spike down A.
अब क्या हुआ स्टन हुआ ना
Last
गांडो
round in the half.
स्टन हुआ ना मैं
Spike's here.
स्टन हुआ ना
smoke mid me and Vele go market fast
Deep breath.
Get out of my way.
Rip and tear.
मारा ना कौन
Enemy remaining.
ओ
One enemy remaining. Switching sides.
Enemies close. Eyes up.
Now we wait.
Launching thorns.
B.
Go, go, go.
Retrieving flash.
They lock here. See, fall. Jet 30, they lock 30.
hey, one mid 80 press behind you
Go away.
press behind you boss
Spike down. One
Minus 80.
enemy remaining.
It's over.
पेन के लोडेड डूली रेस तेरी
Clock ticking.
रेस होके लर्च कर रहा है ये गांडू भाई मेरे जैसा खेल रहा है नियॉन अगर देखा जाए तो
Now we
क्या
wait.
बोलते पब्लिक बंटाई की पब्लिक क्या बोलते
Flash placed.
हाँ सिको नियॉन से मैं वाइस से स्लाइड मारू अभी सिको नियॉन से स्लाइड मारू मैं वाइस से इंच
Healing area.
Retrieving flash.
on market in
Irrelevant.
One enemy remaining.
सिको ना अभी ये कौन सा गन उठाया मैंने आउटलॉ लगा टीम बैक टीम
of them.
Nice one, boys.
One tap, Bobby, one tap.
Let's go, man.
Okay, now? You all feeling good?
I'm out of here.
बहुत स्टार
Now
मर
we win. Back at it.
Yeah, I think God gave them mouth to give out instead of.
Thorns activated.
Shit.
Last player standing.
Fucking better way late. Fuck you.
Spike planted.
If someone blame me for me, I can blame me not for AB. Eh?
A bow and arrow is old-fashioned.
Gotta go.
What the fuck you doing, huh?
Oh, fuck your mom.
Sight, you don't have sight, you don't have
I
main
fuck your
goal.
mom. I fuck your mom while I'm playing.
We are been
That's why you are big for neon, bro. Fucking dumbass. Wow.
Makbay. Hey, why you come to me, Valerie?
Target down.
Why you don't kill him?
Spike planted.
Defeated.
मेरा blind तो
Standing
ये
ahead.
can't.
Last player standing.
Oh no, big target, no one to pick.
जाता हूँ स्क्रीन देखते देखते एक बार मिस किया दूसरी बार लिखूंगा मतलब अगर मैं थैंक यू बहुत 100 मेरी जान के बेटा नहीं मैं पढ़ लिया था भाई उसने तो मेरा ब्लाइंड तोड़ दिया गेंडू ने मतलब यहाँ पे डालना पड़ेगा ये नहीं तोड़ सकता टाइम फॉर सम रन एंड गन एक्शन बेबी
Show yourself.
Now we win.
Triple jam. Hunting thorns.
This one here.
Refreshing.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
AB can go.
Oh, how be so easy? What the fuck?
I don't know, bro.
My
Ability?
ult is ready.
Get a kill going back at the fan man. I'm not gonna go.
That's all we need.
Go, go, go.
Hunting thorns. Now we win.
Reloading.
सुनो आ रहा हूँ नॉट बॉटम ट्रैकर ऑफ द सर्वर टेक्निकली
I pay B now, I pay A.
Fire in the hole.
What an amazing gameplay.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
My ultimate's ready.
चार बंदे जिंदा मैं कैसे मरा
Control the space. Control their choices.
मैं कैसे मरा नियॉन भाग रहा है एक बंदा डिफ्यूज पे बैठा है
I need a weapon.
The people.
Thanks.
Now we win.
Poison thorn. Last place.
Back at it.
Bet I can ulti.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Gotta go. Take this.
विकेट कैसे ओवर? हाँ तो 15-20 मिनट बाद चालू होगा तब अपना गेम खत्म हो जाएगा। फैंटम भाई मैं कैसे मर रहा हूँ? मेरे पीछे लोग हैं, आगे बंदा मारा हुआ है, अल्ट मारा है उसने।
I demand.
मैं कैसे मर रहा हूँ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। हाँ बुरा आ रहा है।
Now we win.
Poison thorn. Blinding front.
Wait, too many.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Flashing. Good hit. Thorns are locked. Blast trap destroyed. Wall tripped. Shame. My territory.
Clove in the ball. Let's clove the.
Oh, can you peek?
Standing ahead.
Spike planted.
Why you dead me, Towa?
I don't have gun, boy. You see him? What the fuck you mean?
Everyone good?
He hiding in corner.
Well,
Don't
I
have
have
gun.
finger. I have
Finger.
finger. How can I kill, bro?
You
All
have
good, all
finger.
good.
What you mean don't have gun?
How to spam, bro?
How to spam? You just walk.
Well, if they
Oh.
come B, can you play from here? I
There.
can play
You
for
are
you.
same at Vele, don't talk shit to him, bro.
What the fuck, bro? He goes side, bro. He
Now
NT.
we
You
win.
see him?
Recent there.
All good.
Flash placed.
B. So you can ulti though. They are in.
Wall tripped.
One enemy remaining. Thrifty.
Beautiful hold wise.
Spike spotted. B. Match point.
Their spirits are broken. Let's attend to the rest.
गाइस आधा घंटा है फैनेटिक और टीएच मैच में इसने बोला है वो पार्टी करेगा प्लीज बात और मत बोलो बात तो है यार यूवी5 लव यू यार ये सेटअप देखना इसे कहते हैं इसकी वियर्ड की सेटअप
Unable.
यहाँ पे रखा स्पाइक
Punching thorn.
बराबर है अब देखना सेटअप बोलते
Go, go, go. Punching
Why don't
thorns.
leave A yet? Don't leave A yet.
बाय
Yep. I think they're going. I'm going B, so what?
Thorns are live.
Spike planted.
Front wait.
ये बे छोड़ दो गेमिंग।
Last player standing.
हाय
One enemy
लास्ट
remaining.
बिग मैन।
There they are.
Nice one, good job, Noah. Hey, you
Beautiful
the best,
round,
bro.
Wise.
Carrier MVP, bro. MVP, bro.
Thank you,
fucking monkey.
thank you bro, thank you।
Good thing I was with you.
Hey, lady
Yes,
boy,
I'm
shut
not
the fuck
tired.
up,
Are
okay?
you?
Fucking Malaysian dog.
Suck my dick.
भाई एक बंदा मेरे से नहीं लड़ा है क्योंकि मैं तोप खेला हूँ भाई। एक बंदा आपस में लड़े जा रहे लेडी बॉय लेडी फिंगर सब बोल रहे भाई। हाँ मंकी विंकी मेरे को एक बंदे ने कुछ नहीं बोला क्योंकि गोट खेला तेरा भाई। नीचे फूजी और ट्रैको। विंकी क्यों हंसी? Where is he? Where is he baby? किधर है अपने इमोर्टल टूस? भाई ऑफलाइन हो गए मतलब ये लोग हार गए। छोड़ रहा हूँ भाई गेमिंग। कल से मैं मुंबई सर्वर किनके सामने जीत रहे देखो चैट। माच्यूडिनामिनिक्स है ये क्या नाम है? क्या नाम है ये भाई? हाँ भाई कल से मुंबई सर्वर भाई। क्या बोलते हो चैट? बंदे ने 30 किल मारे क्लोव ने। रिबेल भाई शर्म करो शर्म। ओएलएक्स में भेज दो आईडी। एक और ने 30 किल मारे। रिबेल भाई छोड़ दो। डबल और नथिंग हो रहा है इधर। मैं देखो भाई कोड ये वाला मत देखो। रेस वाला देखो ज्यादा नीचे नहीं हो। सर्वर बॉटम नहीं रहा कभी। What the fuck is that laugh? मेरे को नहीं पता। बिंक्स वैंडल ले न्यू डब्लू है। सच्ची बात है पैसे नहीं है। कहाँ से लूं? पैसे नहीं है। क्यों है रे डब्लू? डब्लू में ये 7 करोड़ है। फिनिशर है लेकिन ये कलर नहीं पसंद। इसमें भी ये कलर का फिनिशर आएगा कि वही आएगा? 7 करोड़ डेडली डो जिंदगी में नहीं। जब तक तू सोलो सिंगापुर नहीं खेलता तब तक मैं जिंदगी में डुओ नहीं करने वाला। जिंदगी में नहीं। मेरे को तेरा करियर खोलेगा ऐसा यू। मेरे को यहाँ पे जो विंस दिख रहा है ना यहाँ पे मेरे को 16 सिंगापुर दिखना चाहिए तब मैं तेरे साथ खेलूंगा। तब तक मैं ऐलान कर रहा हूँ स्ट्रीम पे मैं रिबेल के साथ खेलूंगा ही नहीं। आई डोंट प्ले विद मुंबई के 14s। आई डोंट प्ले नेवर। ऑल मुंबई का 14s उसमें भी देखो नीचे से 14 से नीचे से स्नैक्स बाय ने किया। स्नैक्स बाय ने गायरो ऑलवेज ऑन बीजेएमआई। हाँ इधर स्नैक्स बाय ने नहीं थे पूरा 9 जन मिलके कैरी किया। इधर हाय 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 सांस ले लेने 30 मारा। स्नैक्स बाय ने कैरी किया। स्नैक्स बाय ऊपर 4 फर्स्ट ब्लड 2 फर्स्ट ब्लड वाला ड्यूलिस्ट मुंबई सर्वर में 2 क्यों करेगा 2 फर्स्ट ब्लड। इससे ज्यादा तेरा बाल चेंज हुआ है भाई। इससे ज्यादा हेयर कट के तेरे वो है वीडियोस। ओ फर्स्ट ब्लड मुंबई में करो एक और बार हेयर चेंज चैलेंज। आजा देख लेते हैं। देखना ही नहीं है कुछ। सिंगापुर खेल 5 गेम बता दे तू है उसके बाद आऊंगा मैं। 5 गेम बस 5 गेम। कोई भी एक दिन बोल बिंग्स भाई मैं आज सिंगापुर खेल रहा हूँ सोलो ये नहीं। हेलो हाँ माइटी ये अकाउंट से मत आ। एसेंडेंट से आ सकता वरना मैच नहीं मिलेगा। समझ रहे हो लोगों को चूतिया बना रहा हूँ मैं। हाँ मैच नहीं मिलेगा दूसरे अकाउंट से। हाँ ये वाला नहीं प्रॉपर सिंगापुर 5 गेम, बस 5 गेम, उसमें से एक टीम एमवीपी, मैच भी नहीं, टीम। मैं तेरे साथ खेलूंगा। ये तो करता ही नहीं हूँ। पूरा लास्ट एक्ट कैसे इमोर्टल बनाते दिखाओ क्या रे ऑन स्ट्रीम? ये नहीं करता हूँ, दिखाओ क्या रे? ये वाला एक्ट दिखाओ क्या? दिखाओ क्या रे ये वाला? हाँ दिखाओ क्या ये वाला एक्ट? दिखाओ क्या डायमंड 3 से कैसा इमोट 2? हाँ दिखाओ क्या रे? बाद में बोलना मत हेट फैला रहा है करके। स्नैक्स भाई +1 लिखो। स्नैक्स भाई गांड मरा नहीं, इतना जिम विम जाके बॉडी बनाए हो, +1 लिखो ना, साथ दो ना। काहे इतना बॉडी वॉडी बनाए हो? +1 लिखो। +1 W है, बॉडी है भाई की, बॉडी है। W बेबी है बे बॉडी। ला 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 ला। कौन कौन थे? मैं नाम भूल गया, 3-4 नाम था। ये भी तो है, ये भी तो है। हेलो अन्नी भाई, दूसरा आईडी से आ सकते हो? कोई छोटी वाली आईडी? हाँ नहीं नहीं, 1-2 गेम खेलेंगे, रात को करते हैं, आरपी आरपी करते रहा। हाँ आ जाओ, गैंग में आ जाओ मेरे। ठीक है रखता हूँ अन्नी भाई। अन्नी का गन्नी ले लेके इमोर्टल हुआ ये बंदा। मिथ वर्ड इसका मेन डो। देख देख चैट, दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी, बाल का बाल, हेयर स्टाइल का हेयर स्टाइल, सब हो रहा है। स्मर्फ करवाता है उससे अनबूस्ट होता है। देखो भाई, देखो भाई। भाई जैसे हम मुंबई सर्वर के बारे में बात किए, एक और आए मुंबई सर्वर चैट। ये देखो मुंबई सर्वर। भाई तुम लोग गॉड स्पीड का चैट नहीं, ट्वीट नहीं देखते हो लगता है। ये देखो मुंबई सर्वर का हालत देखो। दिख नहीं रही है कैसे पर तू? सनक, सनक के सामने हारी तू। सन है ना, जिसको मैं रोज बैठ के कैरी करता हूं। हाँ रोज। छी भाई छी। देखो भाई मुंबई सर्वर, इधर भी ए मैन गेमिंग से कैरी हुई है, 27 किल मुंबई सर्वर। देखो भाई, ये भाई इमोर्टल 2 कैसे जाता है, माइटी ने कैरी किया है मुंबई सर्वर। यही है क्या वर्ड? रिबेल तेरा वाला देखो मुंबई सर्वर। ये देखो, तुझे ढूंढता मैं जमीन से नीचे। देखो भाई सोनक ने कैरी किया मुंबई सर्वर। क्या दिन आ गए भाई, क्या दिन आ गए। अब बोलना मत ये एमवीपी। भाई 10 गेम खेलेगा एमवीपी कोई भी बनेगा, ठीक है? वो भी मुंबई सर्वर। उसमें भी एक आईफोन 15 प्रो से खेल रहा था। एक मोबाइल वाला बंदा आया था तेरे सर्वर में। हो गया भाई मेरा। हाँ कैसे जाते भाई इमोर्टल, देख लो भाई। यही है, यही है चैट। इमोर्टल 3, कैस्पर इमोर्टल 3। और लॉबी में कौन आ रहा है? एसेंडेंट 2, एसेंडेंट 3। संडास इलो कहते हैं इसे, संडास इलो। हाँ कॉल आ रहा है। हाँ गॉडस्पीड भाई। हाँ वो मुंबई वाले एक और बार एक ट्वीट ट्वीट करो, ये लोग को समझा नहीं लगता अब तक। मुंबई सर्वर रैंक पुश वाला। हाँ ठीक है, इधर आके वाले इमोजी मत देना अभी, ठीक है? गॉडस्पीड भाई एक स्क्वायर विल्ट जीतेगा एसेंशियल। डब्ल्यू रखता, हट से कॉल करते भाई, हट से कॉल। मेरे एमवीपी किधर गए चाहे? भाई मेरा गेम चाहे कुछ भी हो, वीडियो आया है 2 दिन पहले यूट्यूब पे, समझ रहे हो? टेक्नो के लॉबी में टॉप फ्रैग था, लास्ट में 1 किल मार के वो टॉप पे गया। टॉप फ्रैग पूरा टीम। बिग्स भाई थैंक यू फॉर द कैरी, बग्स भाई थैंक यू फॉर द रेडियंट लॉबी में, रेडियंट लॉबी में बेबी। हाँ रेडियंट लॉबी में, रेडियंट इन एसजी सर्वर। ए तू जा रे, इमोर्टल 3 तक मुंबई सर्वर खेल लेंगे, एक गेम खेल के। अरे एसजी सर्वर रेडियंट, हेलो गाइस, हेलो किधर है मेरे फैंस, किधर है? अच्छा नहीं है, अच्छा सॉरी, मुंबई खेलते हो यार। हाँ? तू बज मत ज्यादा, अभी रेडियंट जाना। कहाँ से जाऊँ, एम ही तो नहीं चल रहा। लॉयल लोगों ने बहुत, लॉयल लोग ने पूरा देखा है लॉयल लोग है। हर दूसरा दिन तो ट्वीट आता है, हे गाइस आज मेरा ब्रेकअप हो गया है, लाइफ इज सो लोनली, डोंट ट्रस्ट एनीबॉडी, ट्रस्ट योरसेल्फ, गाइस व्हाई इज वर्ल्ड सो अनफेयर, गाइस आज क्या कहूँ मैं खाने में, एक टाइम पे कोई मैगी बना के देता था। ऐसे ट्वीट्स आते मैडम, लॉयल लोगों ने देखा है? कोई लॉयल लोग जिंदगी में? हर तीसरे दिन ट्वीट, कैस्पर का ट्वीट यूं स्क्रॉल करता हूँ जैसे मैं रील स्क्रॉल करता हूँ, समझ रहे हो? हर दिन बोलने का फेनेटिक चलो गया क्या भाई? इस सब में लेजेंड सिर्फ स्नैक्स भाई है भाई, स्नैक्स भाई 2 गेम खेल के भी ऑन टॉप्स, बंदा सोलो भी खेलता है, और आज तक उसने वो भी नहीं किया है, बाल चेंज वाले वीडियोस। रिफंड कर रहे हो? अरे तू तो रिफंड कर लेगी, तेरे स्ट्रीम पे मेरे को गिफ्ट मिला, उसको कैसे कैंसिल करूं? उसको कैसे कैंसिल करूं वो बता, मेन मुद्दे का बात वो है, वो कैसे कैंसिल करूं गिफ्ट वाला जो मेरे को नहीं चाहिए? रिफंड कर लूंगी, कर लो भाई रिफंड। हाँ कॉल आ रहा है। हाँ मियाँ, हाँ अच्छा, तूने भी कैंसिल किया है क्या? ठीक है मियाँ, अपन कभी कर लेंगे मॉर्निंग डू, ठीक है, रखते हैं मियाँ, बाय बाय। कॉल आ गया था मियाँ का, कॉल आ गया। कभी कभी मैं लगता हूँ कि मैं हरामी हूँ, लेकिन हूँ नहीं एक्चुअल में। भाई इसलिए सारे बड़े बड़े लोग साइलेंट व्यूअर्स है, ताकि टूटे ना, इसलिए इतने साइलेंट व्यूअर्स है चैट मेरे लाइफ में। चैट लाइक करो। सॉरी रे शर्लॉक, आई वाज जस्ट किडिंग, ओके, बट नॉट रियली, आई वाज सीरियसली किडिंग, ये नया है, समझ रहे? सीरियसली किडिंग, ऐसा कुछ होता है क्या? एक्सक्यूज मी माय फ्रेंड। अरे रुक जाओ भाई, तमने लमने लाल दो। यो लव यू बंक्स भाई, लव यू। 13 मिनट है, वैंडल ले लो। अरे मेरे को देखने दो ना, वैंडल वैंडल ले लो, प्रेशर मत डालो, पैसे नहीं है, घर नहीं आ रहे इधर, सुपर चैट नहीं आ रहा है, मेंबरशिप नहीं आ रहा है, कुछ नहीं आ रहा है, वैंडल लो वैंडल लो, सारा वैंडल स्किन ले लिया है मैंने। कैनॉट क्यूडी वॉच पार्टी। न्यू डॉक्यूमेंट, तुझे ढूंढता हूँ मैं शामो शहर। कितना रोएगा रे? 1.1 करोड़ कहाँ से आया मेरे को नहीं मालूम। चिप्स मांग रहे हो शायद। कैश पर, ए कैश पर तुम लोग का मैचेस कब है? मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ ये कभी अरे जीसी यार इस बार तुम लोग जीतोगे, मजा आएगा भाई। वाइब चेक हो रही है, लास्ट वीक का वाइब चेक है। लेकिन चैट पक्का देखने का ये मैच। हाँ, पेनेटिक 2-0 जीतने वाली है। संडे से स्टार्ट हो रहा। आज क्या डे? फ्राइडे। परसों से चालू हो रहा है। मी एंड मियाँ, ठीक है ठीक है, वो तो मेरे को पता है तुम लोग का टीम। यार तेरा तो समझ में आता है, लेकिन मियाँ क्या कर रही है स्पोर्ट्स? 2 सेकंड पहले मियाँ मेरी फ्रेंड थी। लाइक टू अपोलोजाइज। आ ला 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 ला। नो साउंड, अरे डाल रहा हूँ। जीजी ब्रो क्लिप इट एंड चिप इट। क्या क्लिप इट? ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या करेगी वो? नया रील ही बनाएगी। शी इज अ रील पगलू नाउ। रेड सब चैनल प्लीज। मैं खुद का चैनल को रेड कर रहा हूँ, लाइक करो भाई। ईडीजी कैसे आ रहा भाई? मार्स टाइटल चेंज कर दो प्लीज। हैशटैग वॉच पार्टी डाल दो प्लीज। टाइटल चेंज कर दो। पेनेटिक वर्सेस स्टेज हैशटैग वॉच पार्टी डाल दो। नए घर का तो नहीं पता, नए चड्डी के लिए मेरा कंट्रीब्यूशन। लव यू यार। ऐसा करते करते जब तेरे $5,000 हो जाएंगे ना सुपर चैट, सच्ची एक डायमंड वाला चड्डी लूंगा भाई। ईडीजे कैसे हार गया बे? लेकिन एक लौती टीम थी भाई। लव यू यार मोहित भाई। यार एक लौती टीम कैसे हार सकती है भाई? आज ऐसे 12 एपेक्स का मैच है भाई। सारे मैचेस टाइमिंग। ऐसे 12 के एपेक्स के मैच कब है? चेस के मैच कब है? ऐसे 12 वैलो रोस्टर चेंजेस। ऐसे 12 वैलो मैचेस कब है? सारा ऐसे 12 का वो फॉलो करो इंस्टाग्राम, वहां पे मिलेगा, वहां पे मिलेगा। आज है क्या वैसे मैच? या फिर तुम लोग चैट को पूछ सकते हो, दोनों में से एक। आज 5 बजे है इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, सुबह के 5:30 बजे। 5:30 बजे है, देख रहे हो ना भाई? मेरा है बे है। एफपी फॉलो करो, उधर बोला फैन पेज फॉलो करो, उधर भी मिल रहा है। या पॉइंट्स दो मेरे को। डब्ल्यू कौन जीतेगा? फेनेटिक जीतेगा बे, पूछ भी कैसे सकते कौन जीतेगा? फेनेटिक जीतेगा। कोई है फेनेटिक फैंस है चैट तुम में से? कोई फेनेटिक फैंस है क्या? कोई फेनेटिक फैंस है चैट? यस, गोल पूरा कर लो। क्या बेट किया ना मैंने? हाँ, क्या बिल्डअप था ना चैट? सीधा नो हो गया। हेलो अरे अब भी तो थे बासुंडी लोग भाई। टीएच हेलो, दिल से हेरिटिक्स। कितने बेशरम हो यार। टीएच ऑन टॉप। जैसा स्ट्रीमर वैसा चैट। चलो मैं पोल लेके आया, पोल बोल रहा हूँ मैं, चाय लेके आया। साउंड, अरे बात कर रहा था, बाद में लोग बोलेंगे। मैं देखो मैं बात करता हूँ तो लोग बोलते हैं भाई माइक का वॉल्यूम कम है, इसका वॉल्यूम ज्यादा है, इसका वॉल्यूम कम है, स्ट्रीम कौन, इसलिए मैं बात कर रहा था करके म्यूट किया था.
Of space and just being able to pull the team through, but I also think that comes down to what we were talking about earlier, like having those positive vibes, having people
Let me get
like
some
crashing through,
tea.
constantly like bringing up the squad. Your job as an
Oh,
IGL
my
becomes
honey.
a lot easier when you're not having to micromanage an individual
मेरे
and
को
you can
चाहिए
just
क्या?
focus on, okay, we need to win these rounds, because I think that's what half of the job is when you are that IGL, is like we saw earlier from Nats, it was getting the individuals back in check. Well, for Fnatic, he hasn't needed to do that, so he can just focus
I want to hear
on
Bosa's
calling.
speech. You know, like I want to see what he would say in that kind of situation.
I think
agree
we
with
have
you,
seen
so-
it. It's mostly memes.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like I want to see a more serious one. I think that to me also something that is very important about Boaster in particular is that we have seen people succeed in the past, and many people have created names for themselves. But keeping this kind of performance for such a long time in a region that is very competitive, and also doing it from a standpoint of being a very happy person, but if you're a very happy person, you're most likely an emotional person, so it goes both ways. Like the highs are going to be high and the lows are going to be lows. But Ulises, you were saying that this is probably one of his best performances, one of his primes. Do you think this is the primest prime that we've seen from him? Or is this the one that can bring them back, you know, to being ahead of the curve and being top of the world?
It's hard to decide, because if we think that it's the best one right now, if we check the stats, maybe 2023 was a bit better. But it's not true, because on 2023, they won 9 out of matches, every single one of them. I mean, if you're never losing, probably it's easiest that you are having better statistics. Yeah. But if we check the decision-making that he's doing right now, every single call that he's making, Tom already pinpointed. And it's not only the call-out, it's also that he is brilliant individually right now. And he's clutching again, not like 2024 that maybe he was dipping apart. Right now, I think it's his prime. I think it's his best form.
I think also, when you look back to 2023, his individual level wasn't as important. Like, you had arguably 4 of the best players in the world at the time. I think we've seen, like, Alfie has been very good. I don't think he's, like, near where he was in 2023. I think that guy was maybe even the best player in the world at the time. And so I think that, and obviously Durka leaving, even though Kayak's been fantastic, that Durka level is maybe unmatched in EMEA when you go back even to last year. So I think him having good individual performances has been important, but he has, and that's been the main thing. Is like, I think his impact right now may be more, but obviously until you get to international events, we don't care.
Exactly, we do not care. Someone that definitely cares what form Boaster is going to be on, and someone that you have already mentioned, is Wood and Miniboo. I think that before we see this head-to-head and just focusing more on the side of Heretics, you're speaking about a Wood that is comfortable, and you know, we could say the same for Miniboo. And after their win versus Vitality last week, Wood and Benji had some spicy words about Fnatic's Haven. Take a look at this.
Because our double duelists are better.
Your double duelist is better?
Yeah.
Is your ISO better than Alpha's?
Yeah.
All right, Benji.
I think in the past, for example, if we take it all the way back to Shanghai, we stole 100 Thieves' bind comp, and we made it better than them.
And we won against them.
And we won against them. If I'm not wrong, Fnatic made or at least made the comp popular, so we've stolen it and we've made it better. So.
Of the fact that Bench is a bit cautious, being like, well, they made it popular, because I don't know if they were like actually the first one to run it. But to be honest with that, we were kind of going with that same storyline. Oh, they're going up against Vitality, who was also running the same composition, and then they changed it on the day. Maybe even Vitality was convinced that Team Heretics was going to do it better. And on the other side, we see Kayak going up against this potential 2 duelists, saying that he's better than Miniboo for sure. He will show him in 1 week. Obviously, this was last week. Do you think he's going to have enough, Tom, for Woods and Miniboo?
It's going to be difficult. The thing is, I love this sort of stuff. Like, you need to be cocky if you're going to be a duelist player. If you're like a super passive, chill kind of guy, maybe pick a different role, because you need to be aggro.
Sentinel.
You need to be in your face. Yeah, exactly. Or maybe coach. But like, I think these sort of players, you're going to go in thinking you're the best in the world. And you know what? Kayak has already had the doubt of, oh, you have to replace Dirk. You're never going to be as good. Oh, we didn't make kickoff, blah, blah, blah. And then over the last few weeks, he has been filling that role. He's had those standout performances. He's been individually fantastic. So if anybody's going to go toe-to-toe with Miniboo, it is this guy. And we know that sometimes Miniboo does have quieter performances. He does get shut down. And when you're up against a Fnatic where everybody, even Boaster, is doing well individually, it might be a tougher time, and that might leave more openers for someone like Kayak.
Let's see, it steals Minibu. I mean, I talk about Minibu on week 4, and I can repeat the same message. He's winning to every single one. He's making a difference against every single one but 3 players right now. It was Molsey, the second one it was Cloud, and the third one that come into the list, I don't remember who was the third one, but anyways, only 3 players got to diff him. So you're talking about one of the most different duelists right now, and probably the best statistics around the world on the duelist role on VCTs.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to deal against it.
Yeah, and I think we also need to put into perspective, Tom, you were mentioning the difference between the Kayak and the kickoff and how he's evolving to now. We can say the same about Binibu. He did not have a good start of the year, and then when they went back into thinking about the Neon and implementing her in their compositions, we saw the kind of heretics that is way scarier. We were speaking about Boaster. Do we think that Boo is also on his prime releases? Because, you know, he's going to have to step up today.
It's true that he has to step up, and I'm thinking if he's on his
कौन
prime.
जीत रहा है वोट?
I think
Fnatic
so.
जीत रहा है भाई,
I mean,
close
he's
है
doing
बे.
I mean, we've seen that
अपने इधर कौन
last year,
जीतेगा?
if we talk about Heretics, they were gifted, they were playing around individual skills, and also bring.
ये खत्म होने के बाद
Prime Boo,
वो है
but
नहीं रहा.
I think that that's the fun thing about this series. I think we have 2 very calculated, clever IGLs,
लोगों को लगता है मेरे को
and
मेरा
that
stream में
could
दिख
be
रहा है
the
या क्या
difference
scene है?
maker. Like, you have these individual superstars, but at the end of the day, we talk about
पिंचुत नेट गया क्या?
what the best of Fnatic was so far this season. It was the calling.
Well, it is time, right? It is the final fight for Seed 1 in Group Alpha. Fnatic
हमजा भाई आपके
might
स्ट्रीम्स
bring the
मेरे
good vibes, the
दिल
meme and
को
the laughter
भा
when it
जाते हैं,
comes
मेरे
to the
दिल की
server.
थकान को
Both of
जैसे
these
आपके
teams know
जोक्स खा जाते हैं.
exactly what's at stake.
3-4
Let's send it down
घंटे
to the
मेरी
stage
कहीं
for the
नहीं
last
गए
match
मेरे
of the
फेवरेट में
regular
बंक्स भाई
season.
जब लाइव आ जाते. लव यू यार. डीप था भाई, डीप था. पेड सुपर सेट नहीं. क्या लोग है बे? ऑन टाइम में बे लोग. पेड नहीं है. लव यू हम भाई, थैंक यू फॉर द 200 मेरी जान के टोटे. ए बे आउरा वर्सेस आउरा है भाई. आउरा वर्सेस आउरा है. बोले जब मैं वॉच पार्टी किंग बोला लव यू यार. थैंक यू अनुराग भाई. सेक्सी मर्द बंग भाई लव यू.
One of these 2 teams will
Thank you,
close out the
पेटी मारा
day,
है
1 win away from securing Masters
लेमन एक साल
Toronto.
होने हैं,
Will it be
upgrade कर
Los
लेमन.
Niños going back to that 2024 form that we saw, or will it be Fnatic revitalized and actually going back to 2023? Matt Vito is up. Tom, please walk me through this.
Well, I think immediately just seeing that Pearl out, not really too much of a surprise. But the main surprise for me is that Haven pick. It's something that Heretics are obviously very confident on. But I always thought that was a shoo-in for the 3rd map, especially with Icebox being something we haven't seen much from Fnatic. I would have flipped those 2, and that's where I expected the veto to go. Instead, you could argue Fnatic come in with their 2 best maps in the pool right now to kick off the series. So it just shows how confident Heretics are that they can beat them potentially with the exact same composition.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things that is not mentioned in this graphic is that Team Heretics was the one who won the coin toss, so they decided to be Team B, putting Fnatic in the predicament that
Aditya bhai, thank you for
Pearl,
membership.
because Team Heretics has also banned it in the past. If it's not the Pearl, it's the Fracture, so it's a good advantage for them. And they decide to go for the ban of Split, which every single time that Split has been open, Ulises Fnatic has decided to pick it.
Yeah, obviously they went into a map that they feel comfortable. And for me, seeing the beater right now, I think we can have even one of the biggest toms for one of the biggest matches. Because we are going to have Lotus, Heaven, and Icebox. 3 maps to fight over with 2 teams that are probably the best ones from EMEA right now. or they prove to be.
बस मैं गिली चुम्मी अनुरुद्ध भाई.
I think
Love you
for
मेरी
the,
जान
like,
के
going into that
टोटे.
first map, especially like talking about Lotus.
Finally
like,
अच्छा
you
gameplay
know
दिखेगा.
that a solid attack
क्या
side is going to be
मतलब?
coming from Fnatic. I
मेरा
think they
gameplay अच्छा
are
है?
the best team.
Hamza bhai, thank you for the membership. मेरी जान के टोटे. PRX
Playing
positive
with
on
those
prediction
rotations,
PRX.
constantly switching back and forth on the attack side, finding gaps in your defense, and then the opposing side have been running that sort of neon Teo. Neo.
जीतेगा Fnatic, but दिल से
Mitch has done that before.
I mean,
And,
दिमाग से heritage.
it allows for such levels of aggression that potentially you could see that taken away. I also want to point on Rienz as well. If he's going to be playing that breach, I think he's someone that somehow is still underrated, an insane individual skill player, but on this map in particular, how he's going to be able to set up those aggressive plays is going to be integral. And as said, Fnatic are very happy to sit back and wait. They will, however, be starting on that attack side, and that means that we're going to see that pacey mini-boo diving into sites and putting pressure on the likes of Althea, who's going to look to lock down C.
Hello, last bar
if
bridge
Fnatic is
पे हो.
going to be able to be fighting for rubble. They
भाई
they
simple
normally
बात
like
है.
to do it, but you have a Neon plus
Bridge
Bridgestone,
to
and also the utility from Tejo.
is equal
It's
to
hard
win.
to deal with
Simple
Fnatic's combo,
बात.
and they will have strong time
Simple
to
बात.
figure out where they're attacking when they cannot have control of
पहला
any
map
of the three
Heretics.
sides.
Yeah, and thinking about the reps, right? Fnatic,
क्या रात को
they're
डेल्टा होगा?
experts
आज
in this
NA है
competition.
मेरी
They've
जान
done it
की
a lot of
रोटे
times.
कृष्णा भाई.
And this year they're completely undefeated on the
NA
side
है,
of Team
फिर सुबह
Heretics. Are we
Pacific है.
concerned that they only have that one rep against Giant X with this composition?
अगर
or
इस
maybe
stream
do
के
you
बाद
think,
अगर 1
Tom,
घंटा
that
या
it
आधा
gives them an
घंटा
edge
कुछ
because
मिलता
they
तो मैं आ
haven't
जाता.
shown everything that they possibly have?
I don't think that Fnatic are going to be like blown away with the surprise of this composition, but I
बस
do
मैं
think
कसा
that
तुम्ही
especially
मी
the
खूप
Killjoy
छान
can be a little bit more difficult to run when you have a tail on the other side. Like your delay and your
और
setup can
मैप्स
be
नहीं है तो
obliterated
जो
if
नर्फ
those
हुए
salvos are put into good position.
एजेंट्स उसका
Okay,
क्या
guys,
नहीं
let's
नहीं पुराना
wait
अपडेट
no
पे खेल
longer.
रहे
I
हैं.
don't know
नर्फ नहीं
about
हुआ
you,
थे.
but besides the feeling 22, I missed Pampok, so I'm just gonna toss it over
Previous,
to them again to see
uh,
if maybe they want to catch
catch
this match again. As well, sorry.
बिंबाव कैसा काय सब बढ़िया.
Nah, don't worry about it. We are genuinely very on for this one. We are very excited for this. Fnatic up against Heretics. It is the best of the best, right? We've had the best of EMEA through what, 2023 up against now the 2024 team that kind of took the crown from them. We've got both undefeated sides, both vying for that one game away from getting into Toronto. That's what it is. There's so much on the line between these two. Both in great form currently. After what was really a bit of an underwhelming start to the year, both have recovered.
Yeah, for sure.
I
wouldn't even say this is almost redemption, but this is kind of return to expectations. When you look at both of these rosters coming in, I mean, early on, there were questions around Crashes and whether or not he'd be able to find his footing. I think that question's been answered massively on the side of Fnatic. And even you think back to, you know, what Alfio was saying in one of the interviews, I'm seeing movement and some question marks on the player count, so I'll keep talking for the time being. But Alfie are talking about everybody being, you know, they're having fun, they're feeling confident, and I think that's a byproduct of why we see a clean record on Fnatic's side.
Cinema.
I mean, it's been marvelous seeing them put all the pieces together for the Fnatic side, and of course for Heretics as well. Similar things, watching them bounce back. It's hard to be a deep run team these days, it feels like. I mean, you only have to look as far to EDG, for example. Very hard at times to maintain consistency. It is a little but it's true, right? It is very hard to maintain that level of dominance. I think a lot of teams have suffered that, you know, the Champions curse, for example, being out there. But obviously, we're going to have a little bit of a remake here. We do have a monitor issue, I believe. So, we will get that restarted for you guys. Hopefully, it won't take too long. Again, apologies for this. We're just going to get everything right here.
Well, with new equipment in,
yes,
I guess it's better to happen now.
Yeah,
before getting up underway. But,
the hate watchers are eating so good right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, new equipment.
I don't even want to refresh the VLR tab right now.
No. They're eating today. But as I said, let's get it all started now. Again, a lot of the kind of additional time we've been taking for getting into these games, in between the games and what have you, it has been to get the players comfortable with the new setup, get everything right. We are trying everything we can to ensure this goes smoothly. We don't want one of those stop and starts. So sadly, yes, it has happened at the beginning here, but fortunately, this should be a quick fix, I want to say. Just because it is a monitor issue, I do hope At worst, it'll be a change out, but that's not been said yet.
कैसे
So
हो
fingers
विशाल
crossed we'll get back in
भाई?
nice and quickly.
विशाल
We
भाई
have had an
मेरे
update
7
just now.
करोड़ गिफ्ट जो है
We've got about 3 minutes, hopefully. If all goes to
मेरा
plan,
private
we're
yacht,
3 minutes away from jumping back in.
मेरा
So again,
helicopter,
thank you. Thank you for bearing with us.
That's a tiny
किधर है?
So far.
Yeah.
Saying love you too.
But I do want to
By
go
the way,
back and
Vishal
go
bhai
to
कैसे
the
अभी
composition
तबीयत
discussion,
सब
'cause I
कैसा
think
घर पे
Tom's
सब
kind of
कैसा सब
hitting
बढ़िया.
on some key points here in terms of the comparison. Alfia's
Ignoring
role
me,
is
I don't
kind of
ignore
different.
anybody
It's not
मेरी
even to say
जान.
that,
आज फिर से
about the
technical
approach
pause
for
जीत
Heretics,
गया.
but just by nature, right? The
सीधा
the
split
anchor
to kill.
becomes very
Dono
vulnerable
first
when you
team.
have both initiators to set up Miniboo playing the way he is. He
Pattern
can get
change
ahead
कर लो,
of
कर लिया
util.
ना
It's not
mods
as
ने.
if, you know, they get bogged down in choke points. They have so much util to clear space for him to move into, and that's where Miniboo has really
संतोष पर आ
thrived.
गया जाऊंगा तब
Bang
भेज
on.
दूंगा dancing.
Again, you
I'm
can look
doing
through all
this
of this,
up
right? You've got the Boo against
Up the
Boaster, Mini Boo against
Else up
Kayak.
pick.
There's so many comparisons to look at. With
Hello,
these two.
Masum
And again,
Satvik.
both of them
Thank you
being
for
the
the
kind of
one
paragons
man.
of EMEA's excellence throughout the various years here.
सब
So
बढ़िया ठीक है
it's
ठीक
quite nice
है.
to actually see them finally go head to head in this scenario, both on that rebuild phase.
और
both
बेटी
finding their
भाई
footing
क्या
throughout this.
सीन है?
And if I'm not mistaken, again, keep in mind I don't have my normal notepads. They're still
Ads
in Berlin
bunker?
somewhere,
Oh,
but
shit.
I'm pretty sure both of
Sorry.
them only ever lost on split and ascent, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So wildly similar throughout, like actually terrifyingly similar. It looks like the issue has been resolved. We're just gonna be restarting the lobby just to keep you guys up to speed. So again, shouldn't take too long, and we should be back nice and quick.
Yeah, I think the only other outlier, I guess, from this year would be the loss versus Liquid for Heretics on Lotus. Sorry, obviously back in the lower finals.
Hello, Primus. Bye.
Again, same composition. You could call that a kind of a blip in the radar, but that was with the previous composition from Heretics, which was the Astra and the Fade.
अपने वाले
My mind doesn't go that far back these days. It's
somebody will be correcting that if it's incorrect. But obviously the
LAN तो नहीं हो पाएगा.
another point that's
करने
made as well.
मेरे
It's
लिस्ट में
possible
है.
to shut down Miniboo, and versus Giant X, I guess in week 2 was I wouldn't even say the one example of him being shut down, but certainly not having as much freedom, and it certainly wasn't reflected the same in terms of you know.
Hey, Gode! Was searching for a job for last 3 months, but unable to find one and got depressed.
Which is weird to say that it was Giant X on the other side of that
Just
equation.
got one offer today. Thank you so
certainly
much,
does
Malik.
make you
Love you,
open
Malik.
more question
Sachi,
mark bias.
congratulations.
Just waiting to see if these
W.
issues are resolved. Seeing someone rejoining the lobby now again.
पहला सैलरी से फैमिली को डिनर ठीक है. Love you, Goda. Thank you for the 400 मेरी जान के टोटे. Congratulations.
Back into the lobby. So it should start nice and quickly again. Obviously not how I wanted this one to begin, but you know, feels like it almost had to have one. Get it out of the way. And then we'll be underway.
Yeah,
But
coming
how
to
do you feel about
West
the veto though, Mike? Anything
2025,
standing
mate.
out to you here? Are you happy enough seeing it go down this way?
Yeah, I don't think any surprises. Like I said, other than the loss to Liquid, both teams very well versed on Lotus, especially.
First
with
salary
obviously
से
Heretics
membership आएगा.
finding
नहीं
their
नहीं. पहला
groove,
family.
across the map
जब
pool with
savings होएगा उसके
the
बाद
neon kind of
membership
showing here and there. I think this is probably.
बाकी रीजन में
probably
मैच
the
के
best
बीच
showing
में
we've
टेक
seen
पॉज
from
होता है.
Heretics,
EMEA में टेक
certainly,
पॉज के बीच में मैच.
Again, the breach Teo, it's not traditional, but it's to reinforce that front line. It's to put Miniboo
Player joining the lobby.
चलो
चालू हो रहा है.
particularly on the attacking side, obviously, to get ahead of util, get into the back lines, and completely open up rounds single-handedly.
Yeah, and again, another little update. We're just
मेरे
going
को
through the
पीसी
ready checks
स्पॉन्सर
now,
कर
so
दो.
that
मैं भी
should
करूंगा
only take a
जैसे आज
moment,
तक
and
वालों
then
ने
we'll be
खेला. देखते
resuming
कैसे लग रहा है
shortly.
लेकिन
So once
वालों.
again, thank you for your patience, and hopefully
Mohit
everything from this
29
point
by.
onwards will be running smoothly. So, I'm with you on all of the points though, Michael. I
आज
can't
फाइनल है नहीं. आज group stage
Even
खत्म
to
होएगा.
just, sorry, even to come back to that, I just looked at it. Yeah, versus Giant X, it was the 13-8, and even so, Miniboo still went even in open duels. It was 6 first kills, 6
ये
first
मैच
deaths.
मैटर नहीं
So
करता तो watch
even if he's
party.
going to get into that position,
क्योंकि
and you still
Fnatic was
find
a
the
TH था,
trade,
बाप मैच था.
he's
सब
done
लोग
his
ने
job.
बोला
It's
करो.
not as if, you know, I'm talking about the other maps where Miniboo's almost gone, you know, kind of double positive and absolutely
Language
farmed
Rico
into
bhai.
the team.
Absolutely.
Even if the plan B is
मतलब
for
मोबाइल
him
आएगा
to
तो
get
सब खेलेगा.
get his one and then fall.
तुम में से
I
कितने
mean,
लोग try
the
करने
second
वाले
wave
chat
being
वालों
Riens
मोबाइल?
and Wu, they have looked fantastic this stage.
मेरे चैट से कोई अगर esports player बन गया ना मजा आएगा.
So thank you for bearing with us. We are ready to
coaching classes भी
go.
करूँगा मैं.
So jumping in, if you are just joining us, Heretics will be on the attacking side here, and Fnatic on the defense. Again, the parallels between these two feels like you could go on for hours, but we have to see the proof in the pudding once we are in on the server. Looking at this, do see the Sheriff out for Alpha and Kron actually. So both of those going to be adopting that on the other side. Ghost is just that reinforcement of the light shields with the classics.
चलो एज यूजुअल जैसा मैं बोल रहा था जो रबल जीता वो जीता और रबल ले ही नहीं सकता फैनेटिक
little play out
चाहे
actually
5
from
बंदे भी आ जाए
Fnatic. So they're not going to be anybody on the other side to greet things.
अभी तो मैं thank you the 2 mans
Was on the technically on the other side, but now anticipating a flank coming through.
So aware from where it really heads up, time to tuck back into the pack. And that should be very informative though, but it looks like they're trying to pivot themselves through towards B.
Which there is a little bit of a gap, but potential here for a pinch. If that's the end goal.
They're
very cautious in approach here. Obviously, Wall will go up on the flank. Spike
भाई
not
कुछ
committed
crazy
just
कर
yet.
सकते हैं
It's in a bit
स्पाइक
of an
गिरा
awkward
सकते हैं
position,
लोग
Boo here. So he's got a wide open cross now, down to 32 HP.
Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble calling back Rien's potentially to try and assist here. Now, it looks like Fnatic don't want to continue down that path completely. You still have Alpha semi nearby, but you're going to see Chronicle rejoin towards that B site and maybe work their way back through. But a bit of a standoff, really, of who moves first. And of course, Heretics will have to eventually get towards that A site. Benji trying to lock down towards that mini room. Boast has already cleared him. That's the, well, I mean, the wall was already triggered, but that's all that post-plant utility potentially removed. Any of that pressure he could have had. They're really cornered in on this site, Mike.
Yeah, and full control of the flank as well, with Alpha kind of hanging around here. You see the pings coming through towards Woot's position. He almost has to find something here. Actually caught in the seas, but able to duck away to the bottom of right.
That's lovely. Trying to face this smoke together. Rien's more than faces it. Finds Chronicle inside it. Do they still expect Kayak? We're going to need some pressure to come in through Tree or through CT. Something to turn the eyes away here because Heretics are pretty happy. They're not feeling pressured. Finally, the punches come back in, but Rien's on a tear here. He might be the one to have to stand and deliver all by himself, but the time has gone. And I think Crashies knows that. Beautiful attempt, but just too late.
It almost felt like Fnatic was sitting back waiting for somebody to get aggressive on the side of Heretics, but with a blind kill into smoke from Rien's, that kind of just completely stops them in their tracks. To see whether or not they were, actually in the replay if we caught any of that, but whether or not they were waiting on a cooldown or something. You see then the next step being Kayak kind of just left to wait for something to happen, but it never ends up coming through.
Plant selected
fantastically well.
Okay, so the right click did
The answer's there from Crashies, but like we said, the time almost deciding that one for them. The Heretics on the board first.
Again, for me, if Rien's gets a bit of a heater going, then I'm on board a little bit more, right? Because I know that Miniboo can deliver. I know that we've got Woot up there. I know that we've got like Benji being a bit more clutch these days. But if Rien starts activating, getting that like good game started, that's a scary heretic. Right? That is a very scary concept. Now, in this sort of round, you're looking at what Fnatic are bringing in. It's not a great deal. Getting a good lay of the land, though, would be valuable. Understand what's going to be coming their way. Get a bit of a grip on it, and maybe try and get a couple of kills. Make it costly if they can. Again, at this point, Miniboo's got to be cautious. There's a lot of pressure in here. This seems a little bit untoward.
Oh, Rien's found him. With the aftershock.
Okay, that's probably not how they wanted this to go, Mike, and I get worried here. I don't think you can make those mistakes against this Fnatic.
Weapon being passed across is going to make a difference, but Crashies down to 49 HP was tagged up. In that exchange, still tagged up.
अच्छा लगा तभी आपका सब्सक्राइब करो और कोई नहीं देखता. Love you, bye bye.
And find the kill regardless. Looking for no more deaths ideally here, and yet Rien's finding 2 kills.
Clean 2-0.
Now just Chronicle left.
Yeah, felt like they got a bit serious towards the end then. Kind of sending in Miniboo, hey, make a play, make something happen, sure. That felt a bit too far, especially with the weapon he's coming in with. Maybe not the ideal choice. I mean, he's still got one and he died to Rien's. If anything, it's not technically his fault, but felt a little bit wild. But hey, it's still Heretics. They found that stability in the end. They're going to walk away with 4 standing, and Chronicle only gets out with that.
बिना device के esports player कैसे बनेगा रे?
May find
W.
He's obviously lesser purchase from Heretics here.
घर
Still
वालों
going to get
को
away. I
convince
mean,
करो.
the
या फिर जॉब
priority
करके
being the
पैसा
Bulldog
सेव
and the
करो.
Guardian.
मोबाइल लो.
Chronicle's just going to give it up to Spike now. So 2 on the board for Heretics. Again, you can see here respect shown at the start. They're kind of anticipating Fnatic maybe
I think it will
setting
be
something in motion.
clean 13-5. Hello. Goodbye, thank you for the 4 months.
The fail-safe being, right? Put Miniboo in a spot as long as he's traded. But I mean, he's got his.
Enemy remaining.
I guess he was traded.
Rienz is the one to trade it, but just ult economy. It's just controlling the ult economy.
Welcome to Fnatic. There's going to be Odin's. There's going to be the Viper. It's going to be rough. Now, if you're Heretics, you've got to be aware of this. I want to see if that Guardian's maybe put to practice towards that. If there's something they have in mind of dissuading this positioning. We've seen that they can be a little bit versatile with be a Chronicle here or Boaster here. But I do want to see how well this gets dealt with and how far that gets checked, if I'm honest, Mike, because you can't let them stick towards this. It is so oppressive.
बहुत spam लगने वाला है.
Respect to it. A little bit of utility invested here. Kayak's going to allow safe passage, but actually finds Miniboo.
Hey, that's the tip of the spear gone, and Miniboo's been good for it. Normally, he'll get you a 1 at least, but Woot hindered on the way across so far. Trying to slip ahead. He's made it towards this, and he's got the spike.
भाई Woot का पोजी sexy है.
So if he gets a little too lost in this, ooh, that could be an issue. Now, Boaster going to be challenged, is running low on bullets, down to about 8, so has to back away, pop the smoke up, get the reload, and hopefully buy a pause here, because Woot would love to just dip back to the pack. Get away from this.
Woot का पोजी अच्छा था.
A little bit too much on the plate for him. Maybe looking at other options now.
Really weird pause, but Heretic have actually found themselves a little bit of space to work with.
भाई क्या gap में गए बे? Yes. Heavy read.
Yes, from the previous series as well, we're asking the same question, testing the B site retake. Satchel will break. Oh, I actually thought it broke the plant, but it didn't.
Plant ने रोका.
No, still got that one through. So time on the side. 2 noted on the drone as well here. Woot still expecting maybe a swing or some pressure coming in from that top side, but eyes back towards that seaside connector. Timing on that. Ooh, he's playing it really close.
Awkward.
But he's got a corner to play into. Nice from him.
Shit.
Boaster could spam that out for all he likes, but Woot somehow dodging it like Neo. Only down to 66, still standing, still breathing, and down to this 4v4. Rienz starts to get the pressure going, and now they have to start pressuring back. They have to get away.
Oh God, round जीते.
Chronicle's got nothing to do but back
mobile
away
में
and
Red India पक्का coaching done 101%. 101%.
Well, that's going to be the setup for B-side going forwards. So typically, Fnatic able to coordinate very effectively in terms of retaking B, but not this time around.
By retake नहीं हो रहा है.
3 on the board now. What to see? I'm curious actually. Again, eyes go towards the replay. I mean, Woot has just no respect at all towards Fnatic here with the Guardian as well, getting super aggressive. It's Rienz to set things in motion once again with the fault line also. That second push back towards CT.
They moneyed them, bro. Guys.
Did they molly
I was going to say, I wanted to know where actually. Yeah,
because it felt like Fnatic were incredibly slow at starting that retake. It felt like the tempo was completely off, so maybe there was something that hindered the progress, but you can see the impact it's already had. Heretics get to convert, you know, bonus going forward. They're on 3-0, they're going to start building results. You heard Rienz invest his, sure, but hey, if that's your fail-safe, if that's your make sure we get this one, hey, screw it, you know what I mean? That's fine. But at this point now, it's Chronicle with just that hero rifle, and that's all they got.
Yeah, I'm with you. The investment comes through, and if it's around the forces, Fnatic back down to a lesser purchase.
Love you gaming,
you
bro.
Can't question it really.
कौन सा bracket है ये? ये upper का upper bracket.
Chronicle's rifle.
जो जीतेगा वो top seed.
NG and Boo both find kills now.
Both sides of the map as well. Seaside now down, and 1 close on the other side. It is a Boaster smoke. Kayak tries to find a little bit of a corner to play from.
Thank you for the membership.
And it's just been caught. Heretics' default. Really good awareness. I like this again. If you're looking at Heretics, they're crossing the T's, dotting the I's. They are doing what is necessary, right? They've held this kind of more passive, patient default, about 30 seconds. They do need to start building towards the seaside. Hard to get past this Viper though, and Kron is the one with the rifle, 25 seconds. You might be considering that look towards B, but it's the unknown. Mike, they're running this late.
They are, but the flash actually forcing Chronicle off the angle. Can't shut down Miniboo on the way in. The smoke will seal off the site for the time being. Minibu finds it, Benji to follow up, and it's an in-zone flawless here. But Heretics fourth. Again, kind of calling it a weird pause in between in the previous round, but here it's very tempered, considered.
बस भाई आपने जो अभी शर्ट पहना है वो शर्ट आपने esports और वॉच पार्टी के दिन पे भी आपने यही पहना था.
Like you said, with both kills coming out on opposite sides of the map, it gives Heretics so many options. Unfortunately, Chronicle can't get much done there with the rifle.
I will find you.
Team assemble.
I guess, well, on the brink of ultimates for Fnatic.
Oh, look at the pace here. Look at this. Right off the rip. Minibu in, taking space. Does get put down to 25 HP though, so yes, he's in the back lines, but he's fragile here. Puts Spin Delight over towards A, so they're losing out on presence.
But ये लोग ने delay कर दिया ना, ये लोग के लग गए.
Rather than sitting safe on CT or backing away, he might have the flank of the century.
They're not expecting this
at
all.
They have no idea about this. Does he pull the trigger on the first? He does. Spots out two more. He doesn't need to do too much. He's got teammates to bank on, and they're there for him. Heretics finding the smallest of margins to operate from. Rien's up against Alpha.
Alpha J. By Chronicle ने मस्त मारा.
But bloody hell, that almost flipped around.
ये round कैसे जीत
Credit
गए
to
लेकिन
Fnatic, credit to Chronicle and Alpha in the end for doing the damage back.
पूरा
But that
TH
felt
लिखा
like he
हुआ
was
था
on
ये
a
round पे.
knife's edge there. Heretics with Minibu's heroics nearly undoing all that damage early on.
Well, it's this sort of scenario, right? Doesn't find a kill, but he's so slippery immediately up into heaven, and he's backstabbing the A site setup. I mean, it's just the timing's fantastic. In that situation, leave Boaster and go for the inside his smokes, right? Leave Boaster, go for a second kill, but maybe a little greedy in the moment. But it's Chronicles 3K on the way back in that swings it for Fnatic.
And it was slick from Kron too. That looked real nice. If he's got a bit more of that. It's game on. A little bit of a high-low setup, it looked like for a second. Over towards that box on A. The downfall of Sugetsu. But at this point, could be rewarded. Kayak has support here. That smoke will occlude some of the vision, but he still has at least one by his side. Now spotted, has to get out of there, and they fall back slightly.
Shadows traveling.
No harm, no foul initially, at least. Poster down to 85, but still comfortable in terms of the damage.
Mamba को 2000 subs चाहिए for 1.5 million.
Got their sights set towards
मैं same org में हूँ भाई.
The position of actually both Alpha and Chronicle.
वो लोग ने मुझे रेड मार के मैं यहाँ तक पहुँचा. मेरे से वहाँ पे कैसे जाएंगे?
And it delivers.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Alpha the only one remaining alive, but that's fine. Job done. Spike spotted. Effective trading in, leaving them just with two. Yeah, Benji's got ult. Boo one away, but
भाई ये सब सबका achievement हो रहा है बे. 1 million जोकर भाई 1.5 million Mamba भाई.
Alpha closing it out with 4 in the end. That little high-low setup, Mike, was the be-all and end-all that round. Fnatic kicking it up again now.
Yeah, and it's ballsy as well to commit to that. But both kills initially going their way. Seemingly on the back of nothing. I mean, I believe there was a molly below where they were positioned. Yeah, you can see here on the replay.
Up-down crazy.
It just so happens, even when the trade comes through, Alpha delivers even further.
Kron, what is this do, bro? What? They can't do anything to us, bro. What is...
Yeah, rightfully so. Yeah, can't do anything to them.
Actual में.
Like I said, it's on the X-ray there, we see the drift towards the sides, but effectively both stall agents, but pace change here, Lauren.
होना भी नहीं चाहिए
Yeah, instant tail going to come through, but you can see the answer coming back in. Straight away, the fade ult layered on top as well from Crash. He's kind of sending it back, slowing down the pace here. The tempo now denied. Minibu couldn't take what he wanted there. He couldn't build up from there.
Stopped in their tracks, but an exchange of ultimates at least. Well, Minibu's actually going to get a second shot at this.
Trying to play him in. Drone's gone in. Oh, you can see what they were trying to do. He does actually catch Chronicle, but there's still Kayak standing. Can't get past both of them. Babu's broken through over towards trees. The fight back kicks in by the door. Fnatic. Really well handled. You could see the tempo and the pressure from Heretics was sky high. Playing through that, it felt like it could have gone either way, but Minibu being handled after that pick. I don't know how he even got Kron there.
It's on the back of just the one ultimate as well, meaning Fnatic maintain this ult cycle.
Is it in 3 more
radiant
तक पहुंचने के कुछ training
situation here? Minibu's got in, he's got the kill, but the space, they can't convert that pressure into space.
Singapore server खेलते रहो, वरना God Speed पे tweet करेंगे.
Nice, we got
Fnatic find the response here. do see a timeout.
हो जाए एक बार.
Waiting to see.
God speed भाई मैं क्या बोलता हूँ?
Well, the music, music kicks in, then I feel a little better about it. Still one to the good in terms of the overall score, but maybe something that Neil's spotted that needs addressing. And all things considered here, it's a broken purchase. With Benji down on the Guardian, but someone wants to make something work.
जो भी मुंबई सर्वर खेलता है मैं आपके नाम देता हूँ.
It feels like you can't get a fair fight against Fnatic. You know, as much as Heretics are trying to play in Miniboo very well. I mean, you look at the utility that was being put through towards that blue room, trying to get him played in. You can see the ults there. Everything that came in, he wasn't able to convert cleanly, right? The trade's coming right back through. Yeah, you got down. Who was it? You managed to get Chronicle. You look over towards C in that previous round. Yeah, you got down Chronicle again, but Alpha's there and gets 4 instead. They are tightening up this spacing perfectly. They are making it very hard for Miniboo to have that freedom that we know he's lethal with. If he's given too much, he can absolutely run away with the game. Right now, not being given over at all, but plenty of ults to play with here, Mike. I'd love to see them start trying to utilize this here.
We've seen anything built around it, but pressure on the back of the paranoia. Force a rotation from Heretics, at least herd them away for the time being. Rian's collects the orb, one away from the rolling thunder now.
Alphabet.
Set up towards C here, behind Alpha and Crom. Difference being here, a lockdown and the pit.
कभी तुम लोग exams
get in and find a plant here, unless they can convert it into some sort of pressure into CT. Going to struggle here on the retake.
Certainly would. Stalled out. 50 seconds now. That C site just doesn't look all that available. Some of the utility cycling back up though here for Wu.
और guys, क्यों अंदर से एक feel आ रहा है लोग
you can already see now immediately Alpha slipped into the lockdown position.
जीत गया.
So I think Heretics are maybe
पकड़ के मत बैठो, कुछ नहीं होने वाला इधर.
Most are still patrolling, just jump spotting. TP will come through. On the other side of things, that's it.
Clean baby.
Deep now behind enemy lines.
Vice lurk
trying to get a bit cheeky here, trying to play off the wall, going to catch one, punishes Wu on the cross through towards Tree.
चलेगा, लेकिन पोजीशनिंग अच्छा है, जीत सकते TH अभी भी. लोडिंग स्क्रीन वाला हरकत मेरे साथ मत करना. मेरा नेट गया है क्या?
Crash is nearby with the C still in hand. Plant's going to come in though. Nothing to deny that here. We've got a late lurk as well from Benji coming into play, but that's a while off yet. So these three on the site might have their work cut out.
Breach ult मार के वो करेगा delay.
Thunder's going to stall a little bit of time and actually force them deeper in towards the waiting hands, and Benji finally pins it down. Crashes will fall.
Yeah, that got dicey. Miniboo though trying to get involved here and gets denied. He's actually got Booster in that. I didn't. Okay, baffling to me, but fair play. 3v3 now.
Viper को देख.
They try and find forward. Benji goes down, removes that pressure. Now time is of the essence. Time to go, Riens. How much can you do?
What?
I mean, where are you meant to go here? It's a gamble.
He's going to get detained.
He can't do anything about it, and the knife's on the way.
Time नहीं है.
The time's already passed though.
The knife. Bloody hell. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Just a moment too late there.
वॉच पार्टी कंटिन्यू होगा सुबह तक हैश बाय इसके बाद एनए वाला स्ट्रीम अलग से करेंगे और एनए के पहले थोड़ा टाइम हो गया तो अपन मेंबर्स ओनली झेलटा कर लेंगे ताकि वो भी खत्म हो जाए फिर एनए करेंगे फिर एनए के बाद सुबह को पैसिफिक करेंगे आज है 20 घंटा स्ट्रीम
I mean, Kaya kind of swinging onto that.
अरे इसको ये लोग पान में पानी डालते थे आजकल भाई नया क्यों चालू किया ये लोग ने बड़म 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 करके
You can even hear Benji there, just kind of
crediting
the
जब भी सुनाई देता है पानी जाते कान में.
Wasn't as clean as you'd like, but still got the job done.
Kill's a kill, right? Kill's a kill at this point.
That's what I say.
It's a classic. it's the high pop special.
Kajak ka round hai chat.
Similar scenes here, similar starts. Only one player towards that blue room so far though, so waiting to see if that becomes exploited or even identified. Kayak taking a lot of space over towards Mound as well. Deeper line adopted now with this operator, but you can see the unorthodox angle Benji's trying to play with. Maybe aware of this, maybe considering that this could be in play. Waiting to see who blinks first.
Press smoke da, Kajak around. Gaming bro, thank you for the 29 मेरी जान के टोटे.
So comfortable being mobile on the defense. And another thing that's been credited is how Boaster's calling right now. His mid rounds are probably why we see Heretics
blind
so
base के
cautious.
पास, Boaster के पास, Kajak around.
In terms of the, that's not very cautious.
Oh, that feels awful. After all those compliments, he does like that, but Kayak trying to hold on to the side here. Should take away Miniboo and slow this down, but he has to respect the ult that came in from Benji. So backs away safely, waits for support, and they'll have to play retake now.
Launching thorns.
A man to the good, call it too, with Rian's down at 14 HP. Still looking for something with the operator. Benji up close and personal will get punished. Now a 4v2.
Yeah, this gets tough. 10 seconds still for Wu to even have
those
salvos online. He kind of needs to play the site. Maybe a little bit unexpected here, but he couldn't convert onto the second. Only one to be had, leaving Rienz with 14 HP and not much to say about the matter. No util to stall, no health to play around. A solid attempt here, but Crashies, a safer pair of hands. Keeping this scoreline nice and close now at 4-5.
By the way, why don't you upload highlights of this watch party stream? Just asking, because my editor is learned.
There. He'll be fairly comfortable. Have to see just how it does end up landing. Yeah, maybe just a complete misread on the timings or noting a few players because he goes for the TP. I guess to catch a rotation towards A. But Crashies wasn't necessarily under any pressure, so I'm curious as to how he's caught off guard there. You see the angle's given up by Kayak with the operator, so there's nothing to stop a dry swing onto him.
Trying to path his way out of what felt like the floor turning into lava, but he does get to keep himself standing. Takes a bit of damage for it, but obviously you can see the buy on the other side for Heretics. As threatening as that felt initially, it is still just Sheriff's
Tomorrow interview, but today Bunks. Ultimate Stress was a love you, bro. Let's see the interview. Tension mat. आँख पे आँख मिला के बोलना लेना है तो ले.
Love to see him have his ultimate, but
ये main dialogue होना चाहिए.
Spam not connecting for Chronicle, and nothing noted from Crashies either, so
कुछ नहीं कर सकते ना.
Round convert करने का. I was going to say confirmation on the back of the util potentially, but Crashies does spot a few players, so Chronicle's going to get overwhelmed.
Okay, it was a great target, great selection from Heretics to focus towards Kron, maybe trying to catch him in that like awkward second between util. But Crashies is still here. Good hold on the first, but he takes a lot of damage for it and decides, yeah, no, I don't like this scenario. I don't like what I'm seeing. I need a bit of support here, but Rienz and Woot still doing damage. Now, Rienz has got the upgrade. It may not be ideal, and it's certainly not going to work out. Alpha controls the site, sharp in the corner, and they handle all the pressure. Heretics, though, making something of that round, right? It wasn't a complete blowout. It wasn't feeling certainly too safe. They got pressured here.
I guess keeping the economy honest on the side of Fnatic.
W shot.
So finding the 3 kills on the back of just pistols invested. Like you said, great isolation on Chronicle. Unfortunate that Rienz can't get much else going with the Odin, but things tied up now 5 apiece. Only ultimate available for Heretics being Woots, but only a couple of orbs.
Once again, W.
Plenty of space to work with.
It looked like Alpha was hunting him. He was.
Oh, Woots got a second!
Alpha! So deadly when he gets into the flow of things. But it's all on Rienz again. Heretics hitting those stumbling blocks and Chrome with that slow crouch around the corner. They've taken the lead away here, Mike. It feels like Heretics have been, I don't want to say red, but Fnatic understand those win cons when they come against this sort of team, when they come against your Miniboos, your Rienz, how they're trying to approach it with Woot here, even just compositionally, it feels like they have a very solid footing.
Yeah, and that almost feels like one of those rounds that's almost trap roulette for Fnatic. They're able to crunch so quickly. After they know Miniboos kind of slipped in onto B site, in the blink of an eye, there's 2 or 3 kills that favor Fnatic. And Crash is absolutely right. Yeah, there's no answer to that second wave of pressure. If Miniboo doesn't pin somebody down that first engagement, Fnatic absolutely nail the response.
Can I be editor?
Another attempt to set up Miniboo, to set him into motion here. And once again, someone falls, someone fails. It's Miniboo and Boo, both going down in the blink of an eye. Fnatic are so well equipped in this game. Heretics, it's rare to see them hit this sort of hard margin where they just can't seem to adjust through. This is brilliant to witness. Now they're going to invest the ult, though. Try and give them some pathing in. Give them a bit of safety to work with. Maybe secure them the plant at the least.
It'll be 3v5.
Certainly doesn't feel comfortable, though, in a 3v5. 2 Guardians and a Stinger. To make something from nothing here. Alpha giving the operator 20 HP on him, so
लग गए दरवाजा भी खोल दिया.
Expect him to play this one a little slower.
लग गए.
Well, not Benji's going to be rewarded here. No. Identified immediately. The spam comes through, not connecting though. But the fault line in return could be interesting.
Nice try, but it's down on just the salvos. They've got so many bodies that they can put to this that I don't know what. I mean, it's a nice try for Whoop, but there's nothing more to do, right? Just put the salvos on the spike and let's go next round. Because 7-5, Fnatic, once they found that answer, once they identified their win cons, Mike, they have not dropped the ball. This has been a masterclass from Fnatic in response to Heretics. Start from them. Heretics took the initial lead and it was ripped away as Fnatic sit at 7-5.
100 Mbps में तू मेरा स्ट्रीम रिकॉर्ड करते करते गेम खत्म होने के बाद फिर से अपलोड करेगा जो रबल लिया अराउंड उसका लैंग्वेज 40 से 57 4-0 ठीक है. उसके बाद लड़े भी ना वो लोग 2 राउंड, फिर 1 राउंड पे इको था. I have 1 Gbps, 1 Gbps में पहुंच. ये क्या लिखते हैं बाद में? गुड ऑफ PH लिखेगा क्या बुंडू भाई अपने इधर? कुछ ट्वीट किया है क्या रे तूने? मैप बोल. फेनेटिक बेबी, फेनेटिक. विशाल भाई 11-0 के लीड में हो. One by Lotus defended side attack side attack side. मैं बन सकता हूँ आपका हेटर. आप बन सकते हो यार. साइलेंट हेटर रहोगे वैसी बात नहीं करते. नाइस भाई. Easy Oji, shout out to मेरी जान के रोटे. Thank you for 40.
Because I feel like there was a real clear halfway point in that first half that completely changed the pace.
Group में आ सकता.
Sure, not even necessarily I would usually credit towards the timeout, but I think we have to credit it towards Boaster's grasp on the game, right? There's a real turning point there where Heretics aren't rewarded on the front line. They're not rewarded for that initial engagement. And just the mid-round looks absolutely flawless for Fnatic time and time again.
Technically मजा आएगा.
Second half though, new challenges presented here. Can Heretics
TH wins 5,000
I do feel like, as we said, as we highlighted, and as visually seen, that round 5 hit and then barely got to look back into the game.
मतलब TH जीता
so patience.
तो मैं डांस करूंगा. Fnatic जीता तो 5,000.
No quick moves, no quick looks. Maybe trying to identify any of these little trap plays going on, or maybe get just a glimpse of a player to begin with.
मैं Fnatic के side पे हूँ. Hello.
Yeah, definitely cautious.
Yes,
Given the tap of the orb. We'll draw out smoke at least.
Done scene है. But TH का pistol बहुत strong है chat.
Fnatic here. At least a window of opportunity.
समझ रहे हो?
For them, but no real progress to write home about just yet.
Mini book का round का smell आ रहा है.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean the things coming through now indicating Fnatic's intentions.
और मैं आज dinner किया नहीं.
Even if he doesn't see it, we'll get the minimap.
करूँगा मैं.
Confirmation on the back of that.
Thank you for the 40.
What a strange little round we're having here. The paranoia to break through with the
sexy
tail salvos. Heretics with a little bit of a set play in mind. Both tries to make a bold attempt, but Woot's having none of it. He flies in. This has been again a masterclass from Heretics. They were so ready for that, it felt like. It sat towards B, they kind of had the little setup in mind. The paranoia, the salvos, it was all there.
And there's maybe Fnatic cautious to maybe sniff out a stack somewhere or maybe a little proactivity, but Heretics very well positioned to deal with that pressure once it finally comes through. It's actually almost a Stack of utility invested in here. Yeah, Boaster desperate to try and convert the paranoia, but Woot's close enough to completely mitigate that risk.
Toxins going up.
At least bring it within 1 round now.
भाई रब्बल तो ले ही नहीं सकता Fnatic ये agents के साथ.
Oh, timing. Oh, hold on. Boo's gone down. Is that Bulldog? Which side of the door did that fall on? I guess in front at this point.
Yeah,
so
it should be in front. Yeah.
That's a lovely little upgrade if they can get their hands on that.
There.
Wait, where did it go?
No, it was on the other side, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are.
Well,
okay.
Binks.
So got it nonetheless.
Yeah.
Crashy's happy with that.
I mean, it's lucky as well that they can't get there quicker. Miniboo obviously only on a pistol.
Oh, अभी ये लोग retake करेंगे.
Almost over rotate to
read होने वाला chat.
respond to that opening pick.
इतना disturb देख के neck pain होता है कि नहीं नहीं body pain
2 seconds on the horn, but he wants that corner. He wants to try and play to this. Clearing through blue room, certainly indicative of this B pivot now coming in.
Yeah,
play.
ton of information though with that aftershock being invested.
Yeah, still got a little bit of kit here. Paranoia still in play too.
Yeah.
Benji's got to respect this. Fnatic looking hungry, trying gap close on one of them. Any missteps, Heretics are in trouble, so they've got to be really careful about this. And again, Crashies is your danger man. He's got a lot of work in front of him though. If they want to make something happen with this, send the C's down towards the connector side and they try and play together as a pack. Try and stay together. And it looks like they're going to try and frag out together as Crashies does take away Miniboo and Benji's being held back. And Kayak going to set him up. Just trade me. Trade me. He doesn't even need to trade. They've lost down the site though. A good reaction from Heretics to try and fight this back. Halfway achieved. Crashies has done so well here. I've got to say, Fnatic has done so well here. There's the horn, sat in the back pocket. It is just perfect.
round जीता
Absolutely love what we're seeing here today.
पैसे दे दो विशाल भाई पैसे दे दो
But Rienz has to come through. To try and push a little deeper in. Again, unlucky spam actually outside the smoke that gets the 2 kills onto Fnatic, but Crashy's making that Bulldog work.
Everyone was playing around it too. It wasn't just, okay, cool, we've got a Bulldog, I'll sit back and play like post-plant. It's get proactive, like, trade me, I'll fly in for you. Like everyone playing as a collective, running that is just marvelous to see. And again, to do it against a team like Heretics.
That I missed the guy, but thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
All good. All good. And they flipped the script around. Look at the state of Heretics now.
Well, actually going to get aggressive on the back of the fault line here, potentially. Double stuns come through. Miniboo. Good for 1, but can they control the spike now?
भाई क्या blind दिया बे?
Absolutely not.
क्या blind दिया रे Boaster?
It's brutal. You know, slides away in the hands of Miniboo.
Love you, yeah.
I can't get it back here.
अबे नहीं
we
था
kind of talked about, or even saw earlier on, Fnatic's very slow default in these scenarios where they're happy to take their time, cross off all the list of potentials, very patient.
अबे नहीं था पागल हो क्या? नहीं था रे बाबा.
Try and make something happen on a round like that. It's no skin off my nose, but obviously it will more than likely be 9 now for Fnatic, who've come into this very well prepared. I feel like we're seeing an elevated Fnatic here, push to get stronger and a little bit, you know, further up the, I'd say, preparation list by the likes of Heretics. You can't let Heretics have their way ever.
No, you're absolutely right. They boot
other
side of the world to what's going on here.
नहीं था रे भाई वो कर रहा था लेकिन नहीं था.
I was even thinking about who fell on. I mean, it's Crashies that falls, so there's what potentially a Bulldog that's missing over towards spawn. Yeah.
भाई
हटाना. हटाना हो गया ना राहुल. So and try his luck here with an exit with the sheriff at least, but
मेरा expertise के हिसाब से नहीं था half.
Potentially looking to get a little
कर रहा था
curious.
लेकिन half होने से पहले मार दिया. ऊपर.
Come on, Boo.
1 tap.
I'm down.
Half नहीं था. लो कोच ने बोल दिया.
Give us another.
मैं भी कोच बन सकता हूँ.
NT.
6-9 बोलते, shout out बोलते.
Freestanding. Another round on the board. Heretics, I'm waiting for that other timeout to hit now. Like, maybe not in this round, I don't know, but you got to get a grip on this game pretty soon.
I mean, this is going to be double digits. Money's in the
Dreamer
bin.
is never wrong, baby.
Yeah, close to the TP, but still halfway to. I mean, the real playmakers in terms of Miniboo, Woot, and Rienz and their ultimates. Really well handled from Fnatic.
Yeah, pick another.
कान में पानी डाल.
I'm taking zip.
Alpha almost hoping he would peek another one. Kind of egging Boo on. A little bit of aggression on the side of
Rubble तो
Heretics
ले नहीं
here
सकता
to
Fnatic. ये तो
try and
confirm.
control this
Spike
early
का
engagement
ground
towards
floor
Rubble.
बीच
Showstopper
में
invested
दिख रहा
though.
था.
And Miniboot, yeah, caught with his pants down.
That's how you deal with Mini Boo, I
Matlab?
guess. Cleared within, you know, still above a minute 15, and Alpha's punished Boo at the same time. It feels like the stars are constantly aligning for Fnatic.
विशाल भाई हो कि
Things seem to be
नहीं?
going wrong, and Heretics can't seem to get anything on their side.
विशाल
And
भाई
it
hello?
feels so rare to see because we've had this run so far in stage 1 has been both of these sides near on untouchable. So seeing
Ghost of it, thank you for
faltering
the membership.
and not
मेरी जान
having
के
those nice reactions or
चोटे.
good timeouts, those, you know, nice adaptations and adjustments, it feels quite of a stark contrast to how that regular player's kind of gone.
Red body थी ऊपर half नहीं था. मैं
Obviously going to
बोल
be
रहा हूँ.
a pretty rough decision
नहीं,
to make here
वो
if they don't get a
बैठा था.
kill ahead of Fnatic
लेकिन
potentially
1.5
finding a
सेकंड में वो
plant.
मर गया.
It's freestanding. It'll be Fnatic on double digits, like I said, the money in the
30
bin
seconds
effectively for Heretics. Benji not in a position to really stop this.
Destroyed.
The information will be there. Can you find a kill or two on the backstab? At least one.
Yeah, nice from Benji. Still very paranoid about that very long-term eventual
Kamara
flank that
bit.
is coming in. Chronicle slowly but surely getting there. He's going to have to bank
Well,
on the rest of the
that
boys to
makes it
find some
interesting.
impact. Yeah, Boaster going
भाई
down
अभी लर को
does
पीन
change
चैट
things
होने वाला
here.
है.
Bonk. Yeah. Okay, so they know there is a player behind them. Does that then spur them on towards the site? Because there will always be a little bit of caution shown from Kron, right? You can't just run in there, but Kayak ready to receive. And now Crashes is down low. It's not. Oh, Woot, you are an animal! What is going on with Woot right now? Crashes? 13, not gonna happen. Woot's had a belter of a round. Give me that replay. Some of these shots, it looked ridiculous.
Love,
And
when
snatching that away.
will
It
you
was a 5v3
play any
for
story
Fnatic.
mode game? You have PS as well.
Great work from Heretics.
कौन तला? कौन तला?
Players delivered time and time
मैं
again.
तला.
In the form of
तला
Root.
भाई पता नहीं यार. No
Like I
idea.
said, it makes it a
After
little
watch
awkward
party.
because at some point there you're thinking,
After
yeah,
champs.
Heretics don't find a kill ahead of the plant. I mean, what? Somebody falls ahead of being
Only
able to
3
establish
teams
some
in
sort
EMEA with a
of formation
higher
in the retake.
defend
You gotta
round,
think they're
win
looking
rate, then
towards saving
attack
those
round
rifles. So
on
almost a
Lotus.
huge bailout.
Oh,
ये
we've got a
क्यों
fast
दिया?
start here for Miniboo with the salvos coming in. Yeah, looks like it.
भाई Fnatic को
Trying to set
जीतना
him
था
up
ना ये
again, but we
round.
saw, I mean, well, they don't have Kayak's ult this time, right? So, a
Yeah,
little bit different in
looking-
that regard.
Looking to maybe punish the TP of Boaster across towards Rubble here. Will Boo get oh.
Nah.
The sixth sense is tingling for Alpha.
My spidey senses.
काश इसका
And he's
sound
not
आ
alone
जाता.
in this. He does at least have a player on the side trying to kind of maybe, you know, shoulder it with him. But if that door gets swung, who's in a bit of a
Yeah,
bother?
I mean, problem being
Oh.
like Crashies isn't there, Kayak's not there, so they don't really have any util to
Oh,
fish this
okay.
out.
Yeah, you love that. You love that if you're Boo, right? You've taken a risk, and it's rewarded. Heretics need a couple of those to open up the door to this game again.
विशाल भाई सो
Threading
जाओ.
the needle. There's 3 players now. Try and make something out of nothing. We've got a plant probably
Jill
on the
तो होगा,
cards. No
अगर ये
one's
match
actively
जल्दी
playing
खत्म हो
from
गया तो.
Waterfall. Moot's not investing the ult for that, but they're going to go for the fight towards CT. Opting to try and isolate one. They don't get what they want, so they dip back away.
There.
And now, yeah, the drone being used just a little bit deeper. They're checking on Fnatic here. They're not letting them get aggressive.
Well heard it here. Boaster's found one, but traded out. It's just left on Kayak and Crashies now. A hope and a prayer inside the smoke. Mini boot to find another. Will be Heretics up to 8 now, chipping away
9-8.
that financial advantage that Fnatic did have.
5-5 जोड़ के PS5 दिया था यार,
obviously
मत
with plant
करो यार ऐसा. करेंगे
coming into
करेंगे
effect. We'll see
करेंगे
just how it lands.
करेंगे.
Yeah, you're right.
इसके साथ
Boom,
एक
yeah,
master plan
rewarded
है, master plan.
massively here.
समझ
It
रहे हो?
is risky, but
अगर
you've got to be so diligent with some of these clear. Well,
नया
if there's,
घर
like I said, if
कभी
there's no
मैं
crashes
लिया,
and no
अगर
kayak, kind of that shift walk
और
in
वहाँ
and
पे अगर गेमिंग
try
रूम
and
हुआ,
pin
समझ
somebody
रहे हो?
down the entrance to B main feels so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're bang on. I mean, as you said, if it wasn't Crashes or Kayak, even if they did try and clear Boo, you still had Woot sat on the site,
yeah, it was a
right?
beautiful
It's like,
crossfire, yeah.
It's util or it's nothing. There's no other way about it. But Mini Boo, bye. Crashes, just taking a walk, taking a little bit of a wander.
Oh, Kayak ne do mare.
Mini Boo, fair enough. Benji, I guess, was just shouldering the corner, but now the plant's potentially open. And they've got some great upgrades.
इधर सो गए विशाल भाई. हेलो.
Alpha's already got his.
और कुछ बोलो भाई. Boot camp कब जाओगे? मैं boot camp.
Both going to get invested here. It's looking as if Kayak's going to fall.
Yeah, no escape in that one.
जब
No
shoot
way
रहेगा.
out. Chronicle. Oh my word, it's awkward.
Weird.
Yeah, I had to chase that one down, but what are they meant to do here now? Rien's playing behind the smoke here, desperate to try and defend. Belter on towards Alpha, and now Boaster. Look, we complimented him in this clutch before, but I don't think he can do anything about this. Boo up on the ledge, making it near on impossible to even spam. Well handled by Heretics, and we're see that shift of depth here. Heretics fumbled, they hit a brick wall. Now Fnatic are having those same feelings.
I mean, credit where credit's due. Fnatic springboard off that opener from Kayak. But it's Heretics to win out by the end of that round. Oh, beautiful from Kayak to find. But yeah, Benji's just looking to counter swing off it.
Yep.
I mean, at the point where you're thinking, yeah, the Rolling Thunder and Woot's Ultimate have only found the one, there's a chance that Fnatic can
guys, good job.
kind of re-establish themselves, but again, the kill from Rien's almost seals Fnatic.
Rien's is having a heater of a game too.
Does this match matter only for top seed?
Yeah, look, there was room
Qualify ho gaya dono.
Right, Leo not here. He's been eyeing it up. He's having a little look. He's pretty much filling those shoes. At the moment, it's 12, top of the board for both sides. Actually, closest nearby, what, 16 for Kayak, who's been doing very well himself, obviously. But Fnatic, the 3 in succession, enough of a worry, which is respectable. I'm unsure of where we go from here. You know, what's the look that Fnatic brings out? Because it looks like Heretics have just got that ball side roll.
मेरा prediction right हुआ तो 5K.
We saw Fnatic establish themselves in the first half. That's interesting. Fnatic have the slowest attack side in the EMEA on Lotus at 74 seconds average to plant time.
W.
I mean, it is reflected in kind of that slow, the kind of pendulum swing default that's just looking for contact somewhere across the map. But
Ban is not in G, Kelly not in G. पता मेरे को.
I guess the slower rounds are sometimes actually a beautiful setup here. It's only one though.
मारता तो है.
To find the trade, but damage done to him. He's down to 55, so almost argue Mini Boo's over delivered in that situation. But a beautiful setup.
अभिजीत भाई चाहा नहीं जा रहा.
Right, you just throw.
Thank you for the 10 gifted मेरी जान की टोटे. Chat GG's को भी मिल रहा है, please.
But he normally does get his one, which is the scary factor. And as you said, over-delivered with Kayak now down to 55. But it puts Boo in a predicament. He's going to have to try and deal with Fnatic's slow approach. It feels like death by 1,000 paper cuts at this point, doesn't it? Very slow and steady on the way in. Barely making it past rubble at this point.
जो लोग नए मेंबर्स बन रहे हैं व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में आ जाना, ठीक है?
And Fnatic just edging closer and closer towards A site. I guess that stat kind of reflected in the way that we see Heretics players, or they're happy to wait things out. They know Fnatic are just going to be drifting back and forth to try and single somebody out.
Face your fear.
That's a big indicator for Boo now. And no paranoia here. Only a smoke to really slow things down. Fnatic will find a plant. 12 seconds left on the clock, so.
Problem है Boaster के पास पूरा line है.
Absolutely. Boo though. He heads Alpha yeah.
See ya, Alpha. Even he's like, wait, how did this happen? So we're going to be down to the 4v3. Kayak playing a little bit further ahead, and he's going to go for it. Oh my god, that could have been huge.
Wow. Oh, look at the damage done though.
HP. Yeah, C's on top. Crash, he's hungry for it now. Oh my god, he was thinking about it. The time ticking, they got to move forward. Finds one, looks for a second, gets it. Control! kill.
W Crashy. बचा लिया मेरी जान के
set in
टोटे.
motion
Love you,
by the
यार.
ult from Kayak and Fnatic. Just get across the line.
And I think you see the moment there that Crashes gets the info. As soon as Kayak sees this damage after he falls, he's like, yeah, you don't need to challenge.
ये लो जो लोग
That
मुंबई
was
बन
the
रहे हैं.
opener there. Nothing for Chronicle to really do in that situation.
W.
So yeah, Crashes, beautiful adjustment.
W blind
Actually, the
लेकिन
paranoia
W
comes through at the perfect
blind.
time as well. That will get Fnatic back on top, or I guess, argue back in control.
JJ,
but
thank
at
you
least
for the
double
diamond
digits
Jan.
on the
Thank
board
you
now.
for the 29.
Probably one of the best imports that we've seen. Gotta say it, Crashies, from what was a very shaky start. There was a lot of people putting question marks by his name. Could he ever even get close to the level of performance previous? You've got to say it, throughout this stage, he has been outstanding.
I think as well, it's one of those situations where you have to almost address the out of game as well. He's really come out of his shell in terms of his personality and it's a lot more vocal. You can see he's smiling a lot more.
Happiness, what's that like?
Yeah, wow.
Wrong person to ask.
I was going to misspeak forever.
Well,
considering the paranoia on the side of Boo, but holding on to it for the time being.
लग गए Fnatic के B जा रहा है वहाँ पे ball है.
Hole in the defense here towards B site. The retake's going to be tested once more.
Yeah, he's going to have Kayak on his own for a moment here, though. Turns the flash. You just can't flash Zoomers like this, I swear to God. Oh my... I thought he had a follow-up there, but it's Boo and Mini Boo in quick concession. How? How did both of them just rack them up like that? Alpha...
Well, the pre-take was absolutely perfect.
Alpha has been absolutely bullied by Boo like twice now. That one tap before, it's like he's playing against Scream, but only Boo against Alpha. That's the only time he's hitting those. It's ridiculous.
I'd love to see how this engagement actually pans out on B though.
हमारा भी Boo ने.
I mean, yeah. That's crispy from Boo.
भाई brothers लोग ने round खत्म कर दिया
You
बे.
expect it from Mini Boo, right? You're like, yeah, fair play.
That's the wrong Boo. Boo does have those moments where he does shine.
Look, we've had a couple of IGLs starting to pick up the mechanical side of things too. Like, this isn't a good example of a game, I guess, in that regard for Boaster. He's on 8 to 15, he's fine. But I think a lot of people have been saying, like, mechanically, he's looking a lot sharper with it. Doing wonders.
Ult में अभी breach ult आएगा, Riens के पास Omen ult आएगा, Vice ult भी आएगा.
Individually, I think he's looking in the best shape he's ever been.
True. True.
कौन से में dance करेगा?
When you play stack? Hold on.
मत करो.
Oh, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. But Mini Boo clearing it up, takes away Boaster, removes that initial threat and initial presence. And Fnatic are once again reset down to 4 with no space to work with.
Yeah, same sort of thing we saw earlier, trying to punish that
Daniel,
TP,
bye,
just
thank you for the
trying to
membership.
phase off inside, though, Woot gonna have to deliver. Finds the first. Able to slip away though. Now on the X-ray you see a triple stack behind this Alpha. Gonna be crazy to swing back onto it.
3 players in the middle of the map.
Cover going out.
A lot of pressure on Boo now. Has to fall off that. Willing to post up on the angle, and for Alpha, it is his nemesis. Which is wild, that Boo is getting the better of Alpha. Not something that I'd be banking on all that often, but Crashies! Banging shot, and Boo once again does it. He's got Alpha's number, what feels like every day of the week, but Chronicle and Crashies have a long road to walk, and they're not getting many steps towards it. Crashy's already gone, leaving Chronicle not to be able to do anything. Heretics swinging that pendulum.
Thank you for the membership.
Just the right time as well. Find themselves 11.
मैं actually पूरा match के बारे में बात कर रहा था
It's
विशाल
really Boaster and Chronicle.
पूरा best of 3.
We want to wait for Crashies, so maybe there's something that will set in motion. A set piece. But this one's over before it's even started, to be honest with you.
Enemy remains.
We're both to getting isolated like that.
Nobody can attack me.
What time is it? Feeling the heat a little bit because we got Fnatic's second timeout now. We have lots to consider. Boaster 3,500. He's going to be able to get potentially a rifle and a shield
what
together.
What is this goal?
Certainly
कोई
not
नहीं फंसा हो गया भाई. Salesmanship खत्म.
That's kind of everything left in the tank, Lauren. So
आईफोन से मेंबरशिप कैसे लेते हैं एक्सीमेट्रिक मार्क जॉइन
but it has been mostly that heretic side from round 16
सारे आईफोन वाले
it's been
एक्सीमेट्रिक मार्क
solidly in
जॉइन
their
दिखो
favor. You
लिंक
look at the
आएगा
financials,
लिंक
Mike,
पे
they're
क्लिक
up to
करके
like
मेंबरशिप
6k almost. They got ults coming online, one away from Benji's. You've already got mini boos, Rien's all sitting there. Woot's a little way off, but it's not the
ये
end
डांस
of the
चलेगा
world.
विशाल भाई
On the other side, one away from Crashies. Will have his ult if he can get something going this round. Obviously, Chronicle's got his and Boaster's got his, but other than that, they're scraping the barrel in this round financially. They're going to try and put together anything they can here and find their response, because they've had a couple of bailout moments, sure, but we need a complete answer.
Yeah, we do.
हुस्सी वाले लोग
So,
1000 लोग आईफोन से ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं अभी
Rien's disagrees.
Yeah.
Rien's?
I'm seeing
Not even that.
something that contradicts
chat
that a little bit.
Don't seem right. Don't seem right. Like, I believe you, but it don't seem right.
Rien's kind of shitting on that stat, I'll be honest.
Oh my god, you said a naughty word. Please, Michael. Can't believe you're being this unprofessional.
That's because I'm at home.
But Mini Boo trying it again.
Guys,
Take
let's
that space.
increase
Still
please by
stay
subscribe. I
confident.
love
Stay
you
in their
यार
face
इसी
here,
बार
but it is
subscribe करो यार
asking a
chat.
lot. There's 3 players on the other side.
इसी
We know
भाई की बात
Fnatic's
सुनो.
tempo is cautious, it's slow, it's methodical. Now, we've seen in the past him having the support from Benji out here, so it's hard to know what you're completely walking into. Fnatic need to get that full picture first.
भाई इस बार वॉल अलग है अगर ये
Similar
लोग
approach
से गए
once again
ये लोग के लग
for
गए
Fnatic. No pressure point to really focus on so far. Got a ton of utility positioned over here, and it's Benji and Woot. Woot desperate to try and sniff out the approach, but forced back a little deeper now.
भाई दरवाजा भी नहीं खोला भाई कोई प्रेशर नहीं
I don't
है
want to say, oh yeah, I was going to say hesitating, but
You don't get that easy pivot here.
मर
And
गए
look at the
सब
space taken back.
लोग
They're getting herded. They've got no room to work with. They're going in somewhat blind.
भाई बॉल
Towards the safe side, yeah, Benji is going to be considered, but it doesn't really stop him from being here. The paint shell going to go in, he's fine. It's very close, it's very tense, but on 15 seconds, that spike is not up. It's behind the wall. They've walked in late to this. Fnatic having to dig deep here. But Rien's doing the dance on the back of the site, and there's a problem. Miniboo swings. Oh, and he's It is divine work from Miniboo. Perfect target placement. I thought he made a meal of it, but absolutely not.
It looks like it because you always think, yeah, Bosa's got to commit towards the plant, and then the other 2 players not able to defend him, regardless. A crazy conclusion to that round, but the clock ultimately being a huge factor here.
पोस्टर भाई लाइक मैं प्लांट
See
कर
that
रहा हूँ
replay. Yeah, that's ridiculous for Miniboo.
पोस्टर भाई लाइक I have one job
12 now, it's going to be absolutely loving it. Guardians, a Bulldog, and a Sheriff in the hands of Boaster. Feels like Heretics in prime position. Take this first map now. I don't know how Boaster's not taking attack there.
मेरा WhatsApp बंद है
being punished here in terms of the inventory.
I mean, look at those light shields, Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
3 of them
this
left.
Scope's going to do work here.
And the one player who had bigger armor was Boaster, who's now on 10 HP.
Are we sure Boaster's not on another server? Shots are going through him.
Oh, mate. Okay, Fnatic, where do we go now? Battered and bruised. And Boo still
भाई मैं
patrolling with
अपना
that
WhatsApp चेक
outwalk.
करने का BKC
B doesn't feel good. A doesn't feel open. You're walking in
Challenge
late.
के
You
बंद
haven't cleared through rubble.
कुछ नहीं है भाई challenge मजाक
This is
मजाक
looking
का हो
absolutely chopped up. I don't know how they're going to get through here. I don't think they can.
5000 में मैं कैसे बिक
38
सकता हूँ यार chat
seconds. What's the go-up? Oh, Woot.
15 HP.
Yeah, that's a good step. Kayak's ult, okay, 30 seconds now. Clearing through towards tree, but there's still store here. There's still that wall, so they can't approach through that left side. Benji pops the ult, cool. 20 seconds, Mike, they're leaving this so late.
Yeah, it's starting to get really awkward now. Showstopper completely shut down by Boo.
Love it.
Paranoia
Voice
to slow
line
things
stopper.
down. Yeah.
10 seconds left. Look, you can do the TP. I don't
No
think
time.
you've got time.
Oh! No.
Oh, that's so sick. Kron, it's a formality as Heretics claim the first at 13-10. A brilliant affair between these two already. This Lotus game was a treat to watch. Heretics under the gun there initially, Mike, but the turnaround in that second half was
चलो
incredible.
इतना जन
I can't wait.
इतने भोसड़ी वाले लोग ने एक्सक्लेमेटर मार्क जन के एटलीस्ट एक बंदे ने तो मेंबरशिप लिया. लव यू यार हर्ष भाई, लव यू यार, लव यू यार, हाँ लव यू. डांस भाई कौन सा गाना है भाई, सुनने दो. क्या पता नहीं कौन सा रील देखते विशाल भाई. भाई कौन सा गाना है ये? बोले मसाना में हैं? ये क्या है भाई? मैं सुन भी सकता हूँ क्या गाने? क्या गाना है ये? कौवा में कबूतर, ये क्या गाना है? चल एक ऑफर देता हूँ, ऑफर मैं रेडी, ऑफर देता हूँ, डबल और नथिंग हो जाए. चल एक ऑफर देता हूँ, बताओ ऑफर बताओ. डन सीधे ऑफर बताओ विशाल भाई, बताओ. कौवा में कबूतर करके सॉन्ग है. कौवा में कबूतर ऑफर सुनने दो. Previously I used to watch BGMI, but I start liking Valor for Blinks by. मेरे नाम में L नहीं है, जिंदगी में L लगे पड़े बस. Love you easy हो जाए. Thank you for the 100 मेरी जान के टोटे. नो ऑफर, जो पैसा दे रहा है उसकी बात सुनो. है ऑफर तो है. ऑफर बताओ, ऑफर बताओ. ऐसा कुछ तड़कता वड़कता ऑफर जिसमें डांस ना हो. कौवा में कबूतर में. लव यू यार, लव यू यार, लव यू यार इजी हो जाए. ब्लिंकिट नहीं हूं मैं. हो जाए. क्या है ऑफर? ऑफर ही नहीं दिख रहा. सोच रहे रहो क्या? आराम से सोचो, कोई टेंशन नहीं है. क्रेजी भाई थैंक यू फॉर द 100 मेरी जान के टोटे. सेकेंड मैच में यू चूज द टीम. इफ यू लूज 50 मेंबर्स गिफ्टेड एंड ऑल्सो डांस दोनों होगा, वरना सब माफ होगा. वरना सब माफ मतलब अगर मैं जीता तो सब माफ, डन सीन. अगर मैं हारा तो मेरे को 50 गिफ्टेड और डांस दोनों करना होगा, डन सीन. सेकंड मैप हेरिटिक्स जीतेगा. हेरिटिक्स प्लीज, तुम्हारा ही मैप है, कांड में आती का, समझ रहे प्लीज. सेकंड मैप हेरिटिक्स जीतेगा. डब्ल्यू डल. डन डील, डन डील, डन डील. लेट्स गो बेबी. डन है, या तो विन है या फिर डन है. डन है. आज बात आगे बता 200 मेरी जान कर दे, इसलिए एल लगा के लिखा हो. लव यू यार इजी भाई. अविनाश भाई देखो तो 40 बंदा स्किन गिव अवे और डांस. एक्सक्यूज मी. डन है, डन है. डब्ल्यू आई एम मेकिंग अ इंडियन. पढ़ने दो. आई एम मेकिंग अ इंडियन ऐप लाइक यूट्यूब. Will fans and big creators like you help if pay is low or nil at first? At nil में आपको कद्दू की गाफ भी नहीं मिलेगी. एट नील में फैक्ट बात बता रहा हूं, कद्दू की गाफ भी कोई क्रिएटर एट नील में स्ट्रीम नहीं करेगा. इम्पॉसिबल. पे इज लो में भी नहीं करेगा. फैक्ट बात बता रहा हूं. विल यू पोस्ट अ फ्यू क्लिप्स? नो. फैक्ट, मैं ये फैक्ट बात बता रहा हूं, समझ रहे हो? क्योंकि क्या होता है ना, मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक ब्रांड वैल्यू होती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरा ब्रांड वैल्यू समझो 5 रुपये है, समझ रहे हो? अगर आप कोई ऐप कर रहे हो या मैं आपके ऐप को प्रमोट करने के लिए अगर मैं 2 रुपये में काम करूँगा, 2 रुपये में मैं काम करूँगा, तो जो 5 दिया ना वो बोलेगा उससे तो उसने तो 2 दिया, मैं क्यों 5 दूँ. समझ रहे हो? ये होएगा इसलिए. समझ रहे हो? जिंदगी में पहली बार फेनेटिक को सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ. लेट्स गो फेनेटिक. मत करो यार. ये
the
जीतेगा.
map to their
रुको
own
मैं
will.
चाय
I think
पगलू
when they
करके आया.
started the attack, it kind of looked like it was going to go that way, but adaptations from the defensive side,
ये जीतेगा
like
भाई.
these
और by
fast-paced,
the way,
aggressive
बाकी
retakes, and then
streaming
just like
platforms
some
कितना
crazy
invest
individual
कर रहे
rounds
और
from
कितना burn
Boo,
कर रहे
from
पहले देख
Rians,
लो.
from
उससे
Miniboo,
पहले
like
क्या
it really was
app
like,
बना और वो
this
सब
is why
करो.
we talk about this team, is
पहले
like the
industry को
depth
थोड़ा
of
learn
talent that
करो.
they have. I know that people have talked about,
Love
oh,
you,
if
bye.
you're
You
going to replace
entertained
someone on
me
a
a
team,
lot
I know
back
on
in
this team
COVID.
it's
I
always
was
the
a
hardest
student
because you
then, didn't
watch
make
their games and
enough
you go,
money to support
well,
you.
they're
Just
all
wanted to put
ridiculous
out this
and,
message to
well,
show
in this map, I
how
think it's shone
grateful
through.
I am
Yeah,
for your
it stands out to
content.
me,
Bunks by
Ulises,
good.
when I look at this,
Love
I see
you,
the post
hearts.
plans, right? And I see two very
Bye.
different
Hearts
plans,
low.
from both of the
Love
teams.
you.
Yeah, when we're talking about Team
देख
Heretics,
रहे
they
हो
were
ये होती है
facing
real
the
super
team they
chat.
have in front of them,
Not
and every
paid.
single
ये
time
होती
facing
है.
them on rubble, on dawn, whatever. They're pressing, playing
5 लाख
aggro, trying to deny the
investment.
space,
भाई
knowing that
महीने का
having
50
Neon
लाख
plus
burn करेगा
Breach
तो भी
is
कुछ ना हो
hard to
पाएगा भाई.
deal against.
ऐसे
Maybe
थोड़ी
Breach is
होता
not
है
the
platform.
best support. Maybe the
Maybe
stats is
burn
not with
होता है भाई.
him.
देखो
When we're Real's playing it,
Rian's begs to
it's
differ.
not the same.
I think that
It's a
especially
difference.
with the first half that we are speaking of, we saw a Rians that was not only always good for one, he was most likely good for two, good for three, and especially in those clutches, you could always count on him.
He's been playing so good, and it's not only the clutches. Clutches have been only the top of the iceberg. But if we talk about his utility, trying to habilitate every single time, letting Miniboo to play every single round comfort, and not only Miniboo. Also, when it was needed, he was just supporting the Omen to get the space and play on rubble without no single trouble. It was pretty easy having Rians on the team.
Yeah, I'd say if we had Rians maybe on any other team within EMEA, we'd be talking about him as like an out-and-out star player. Like, it would be every week, every stat, every highlight would just be Rians. But unfortunately, as I said, he's on a team of superstars, so he can't have the limelight all the time. But I think also you just look at him out of the server as well, very calm, very level-headed. For someone who is like a Turkish player with explosive aim, like you expect to see him just screaming all the time, but he's very relaxed, and I think that it's the perfect sort of balance to what is the rest of the squad. And then you look in the server, and he's exactly the same as the others. Like, he's solid with his utility, but then the raw aim that he has in moments where you just go, he shouldn't be winning that fight. And I think even more so on impact kills. Like, if there's a kill that you go, that one kill can turn the round, Rians is getting that one kill every time.
Yeah, absolutely. We were speaking about the retakes and the different plans coming in from both of the teams. And I know, Tom, that you wanted to take a look at one of the rounds, because especially when Team Heretics was on the attack, they had to get very creative to try and stop Fnatic on their feet.
Yeah, for sure. I think like this is one of those moments where we highlighted lurks a lot in the previous series, but just the sheer level of delay that Benji was able to pull off, like they have the Rolling Thunder to force them back into Benji's crosshair. Okay, it's not the cleanest of kills, but yeah, the util from Rians. But then the rest of the round is spent knowing that they have to deal with this. Like, you even have the wraparound back from Chronicle, who has to go all the way back through B just to kill him off. And by that point, the time is ticking so far along that even though they use a lockdown, even though they get back into this site, Rians, as long as he wins those first couple of duels, the lockdown doesn't matter anymore. He even gets caught by it, but the time is so far in his favor, and the person who kills him is Chronicle, who had to go all the way back around the other side of the map just to deal with that disgusting lurk.
Yeah, exactly. These are the kind of performances that make us think, hey, Team Heretics still has it. They're way ready for this. And before we went into today's matchup, we were speaking about the duelist head-to-head that we were expecting to see. And as we, as Haven is the next map, I think that we should bring back that discussion, Ulises.
Obviously, I mean, we are going to see the 2v2 duelists, Good plus Miniboo against Alpha, and also Kajik that has been playing so good. I mean, this match, you can see the statistics and you're going to say, okay, Kajik has been winning. But if we talk about the tools, right now it's an 8 for Kayak. Only 2 kills for Miniboo against Kayak. It's a +6 difference. It's the biggest difference that Miniboo had at this moment. But let's see. We have to go deep into the BO3. Maybe Miniboo can fix it.
Yeah, also, Tom, I wanted to ask you, because at least for me, they do, especially on Lotus, they filled 2 different roles, right? Like, we saw a Kayak that was more with the operator, with the race, a little bit on the back. But when we look at Miniboo and what he was doing on the defenses, being way more proactive and just taking full advantage of Neon. Do you think that moving on to Haven, even though we expect the compositions to be the same, there's going to be an stylistic
I think on defense, especially, as you sort of mentioned, I think that the Yoru Yoru has to have its sort of like variation. Like I still think you're likely to see that operator come into play, but I expect to see those like mid pushes, that space taken, looking for openers, trying to be disruptive. The interesting thing though is that the Yoru in a lot of cases, especially on attack, is more about that info. It's getting into space, taking control, and the ISOs are the one that I'm looking at as like, who's winning that 1v1? Who's winning that duel? And I think that it's definitely going to be an interesting one, because you take Alpha on that map, he did have some moments of like that vintage best in the world Alpha, yeah, like just winning rounds individually for the side of Fnatic. If you get that on Haven, they win. Like, Wu can definitely match up to that, but that's a level that not many players in the world can hit.
And let's see also how hard they're going to be trying to get to punish into Fnatic, because if we see the playstyle from Team Heretics, he's not only playing his combo, he's also playing some of his strats. And they're playing against someone that has built them. So, I don't know, they should be bringing something new.
So we maybe be turning our heads and just thinking also at another head-to-head that we briefly mentioned, and is the IGL. We expect both of them to be playing from the Omen. We saw, even though that we were highlighting Boaster at the beginning of the day, saying how he's been so proactive, well, so fundamental for all the team success, and him individually having such a brilliant performance. Tom, that is something that we did not see in Lotus, and I feel like right now Boo is on this crescendo going throughout the day.
Yeah, I think it becomes a slightly different story on this map because it is mirrored. Like, the way that the defense worked there was having those aggressive starts to rounds and then having very, very fast-paced retakes, which when you're playing with the same comp can be more difficult to do and will be more expected, I guess, when you know what's coming. I do think that's going to be the intriguing thing, though, because we know that Fnatic, I think it was versus Vitality, had an incredible attack side, and their attack side has been almost impeccable on this map, but their defense has definitely struggled a bit. They had some very slow starts, and if you see that come out from the side of Heretics and they get rolling, when this team gets rolling, the only thing can stop them is them getting frustrated at themselves. Like we saw when they played Split. But because you just see them laughing, having fun, like doing crazy stuff just because they're having fun within the game. And the second that happens,
Neil bhai, thank you for the 100 membership renew nahi ho raha hai. Kuch karo salesman, upgrade karo, renew nahi ho raha.
Let's jump straight into Agent
Upgrade
Select.
karo,
We do
wo
not
hoega.
expect to see many changes, but hey, last time Vitality changed something, and no,
wow.
we're going to get the mirror compositions. Yes, pound for pound, the Euro
Boaster's
versus
on the
the
ISO
Euro,
now.
the ISO
Oh, no.
versus the ISO. As we were saying, Team Heretics is going to be starting on the attack. You're saying that they cannot be stopped, but what about Alpha in his prime form, where he was very close to losing against Navi and saying, I am not losing this?
Hey, if you get... Alfia is one of the few players on the planet that you get him angry and he plays better. Everyone else starts to whiff, get frustrated, but you don't like that man when he's taken a loss because he's so difficult to play against. I know for a fact he's going to come into this seeing a team.
कौन सा गाना है भाई?
बोले मसना में भूत कुआं में कब
ठीक है. क्या होता है रियल सुपर चैट? I didn't hear it properly. I have option to write 250 words. Will not say anything. ये जो आपने फ्लेक्स किया है.
One map away from closing this best of three in their
Easy
favor.
bad, thank you for the 1,000 Meridian ke tote.
Please guys, take it away and take us to Haven.
This is a lovely little matchup here on this map, Mike. We get the originators of this comp against the ones who can adapt it, overcome, get stronger, get better. But who wins when it really matters? That's what we've got to look at here. Where's your money going? Are you going with the Fnatic, the tried and tested, the Alpha on the ISO? Or do you believe in Heretics on the upswing after map 1? They got to know the ins and outs. Where are you going?
I mean, it's a really tough one to call. I think the one thing to say is obviously Heretics feeling very confident in terms of their ability to put this double duelist to work more. Can Fnatic, I guess, dial into the confidence we've seen, the team synergy we've seen? Everybody, it's not often you talk about the vibes of Fnatic. Oh, hold that thought for the time being. Kayak. What? What? No! No way! Is this Give it to him! Give it to him! Give it to him!
Kills!
The best way to start a map 2, right? We're talking about the confidence, the double duelist matchup. Oh, it's beautiful to watch back.
Magic. Absolute magic.
That's probably how you want your Yoru to start in round 1, to be honest.
You kind of said it, right? Get those head-to-heads going. We've got some big matchups here between these two. And if that's the sort of tempo, if that's the sort of level we get, this is going to be an outstanding game.
The stage is set for Minibrew, right? There's your benchmark.
Land with Godspeed, bye.
Go get
it. Whether you can find a response here. Obviously, Vandal purchased in round 2 for Kayak. Orb retrieved, one away from the ultimate now.
Mat karo, Vishal bhai.
A huge ult for Fnatic to have in the back pocket here to kick off the first couple of rounds here on Haven.
And look, one away from ult too. That's
एक और
so
crazy offer हो जाता तो.
You couldn't, as you said, you
NA
couldn't ask
का भी
for a
कर
better
देते हैं
beginning.
एक साथ.
Now, obviously on the other side,
Triple or nothing.
brutal to try and work against an Alpha. Fancies a little bit of time in the sun, but Boo's not in today. Like, he's actually firing back here, but Fnatic, the cavalry have arrived. So now just Benji left alive, and not for long. So, as it stands, Fnatic make it past the second round. Just going to collect all the goodies, make sure none of that slips away, and they walk away with a 2-0 start.
Ready हो जा
3 survive as well, so
हर बार मेरे कैसे
able to maintain the early momentum. 7-1. Coming into round 3.
Ult there.
A huge opportunity to potentially isolate a player or two on the back of the ultimate if they want to try and use Kayak's ultimate aggressively. He might even explore towards mid.
जो आ रहा वो बाहर नहीं playoff चालू नहीं हुआ.
You got a bank on Heretics, probably anticipating it. Alpha though kept in check, down to 67 HP.
But they got to be ready for sewers. All right, there's been some problems down there. You know what I mean? We don't pre-fire that now. So Alpha.
दो dance plus 50 gift, एक dance plus 50 gifted. Hello.
But it's just a pause for Heretics here. Maybe looking to see if there will be that reaction from that ult. But you're looking at Kayak. He's already got himself tucked into the cubby over towards B. Crashies doesn't quite get the corner. I don't think he made it around there. Kayak gets it.
लाइफ में मजे होने चाहिए बाकी तो ऐसा ही है. Love you भाई.
Curious as to whether or not the awareness is still
Thank you for the 1000 मेरी जान के टोटे. WW 2000 बोलते.
Up on over towards the A side of the
बस
map,
लगा कि
and
आप
the
खुद के लिए भी
silence
जिंक्स हो.
unchecked, unfazed so far. Both trying to get out of there. Does do so. Love this
Blind
backfill from Crashies as well. Someone needs to deal with the dart for him. They've done so. Smoke goes up
भाई
towards
ये
heaven.
corner
It's
check
starting
नहीं
to get a bit
होएगा
labored
अभी.
here from Heretics. It's starting to be held to the door, but it still plays
ये
in
corner
Crashies.
check
Keep this
नहीं
in mind. They have
होएगा.
no idea. It's a lazy check. A look, a glance towards it, but still Wu powers on. Clears sight until Kayak. Good trade for Boo. Good spacing.
Boo, please,
Does he identify
please,
where
Boo.
Chronicle is?
Boo.
Well, he certainly does now.
Boo.
Smoke drops perfectly.
Boo, please.
For Boo to spot him out.
Nice quick
Boo.
hold there.
Boo.
Oh, it's
God.
awkward, really awkward, but Boo clutches it out. Finds Heretics their first round.
Easy. क्या हो गया? चार
engagement
guns गया
initially
तो.
there.
डरते
Heretics
अपन.
almost look as if they're about to dig their heels in.
W baby.
And lock down A site.
भाई बूस्टर क्या खतरनाक खेला ना.
Flash comes through. Bosto, I guess, feels as if he's
Trade पे trade.
commit towards that opening peak, but with Crashies in that position, you could argue he's almost played in behind default. Again, the scope maybe makes it a little more awkward for him, but
sure.
ये गेम अगर TH आ रहा तो लौड़े लगने वाले.
What do we have? I saw two outlaws there as well. Actually, Kron has one of them, close to the other, trying to make the most of. Well, you can see the light shields that are out.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fact that Miniboo, Benji, and Woot.
भाई तीन बंदे भाई इधर.
Obviously, Woot being the outlier to that, but still light shields, regardless.
भाई Fnatic ने
Which
दो
makes it
आउटलो लिया ये
doable
लोग
here for
बस
Bosto
वो नहीं है
Chronicle.
करके.
Now, I don't know if Kayak's gonna do much about this. Miniboo did get out of garage. They've recleared it really quickly.
भाई
Actually.
मस्त TP मारा बे
You can see
बच
them
गया.
just checking through this now. Kron going to be posted back up towards that window side, but it looks like it's this fake towards A. Force Crashes off the angle, try and put a couple of question marks, maybe pull a player or two, and it so far is causing that reaction. We can see it is going to be tailing back towards C eventually. Now with that smoke in, this is them trying to sell this A hit coming in.
TP.
Wow.
All the way towards the other side of the map, and I think now Fnatic probably know what's up.
Masti
Just
nahi,
one
masti
trip,
nahi.
but nobody in a position to punish
Full
them
retake
back
hai.
yet.
Rip tod! Rip tod! Rip tod!
It's going to be wide open for the taking.
HP नहीं दिख रहा है मेरे को रियंस का.
Benji just slipping away. He was the last to evacuate from that A side, but just watching that flank, keeping a track on it. And it looks like a three-play re-push towards Garage as well, which could be a problem. You're looking at who's in there. Yeah, Kayak. He was on the deeper angle of it, just didn't expect it there, and Rien's left on 5 HP. He might be screwed. Yeah, they're going to see all of this one. Chronicle makes the light work of it, putting Benji the last one alive. And I think he was spotted earlier on. Especially by Crash, he's now 100% aware of where he is. This would need unbelievable! A bloody good attempt from Benji. Jesus wept, that was so close.
4 found for Benji. Still
और कुआं में कबूतर बोले मसाना में भूत कुआं में कबूतर बोले मसाना में भूत ज्ञान जी के छोर
up there. I mean, especially with Rian's getting tagged down. No real comfort to reset. Yeah, Heretic forced back down to pistols, just a few sheriffs actually. Only Boo and Benji with their ultimates. And even on the other side, they've got Stinger in the hands of Boaster, so we're trying to ride out the fact that Heretic's going to be down on lesser purchase. Woo.
Double
tap. Finding some protection here on the way in. Benji continuing to look sharp, but the trade is good from Boaster.
Okay. We've still got a Sheriff, so does Rien's. On the other side, obviously, far better equipped here. And it is quite nice seeing the, I want to say, Tier 1 teams really adopting the Outlaw more. It feels like we saw the Tier 2 teams really kind of showing off what can be done with it. And it's worth the risk of investment. I want to see that more and more amongst the higher-end teams now. Speaking of Kayak, still patrolling over towards B. This is where they're heading. Gotta be cautious about this. As much as this is a lower-end buy, that B site can be incredibly lethal.
Oh, ye bhi retake
just used towards sewers, clears that out. Smoke deep in towards the connector side on C, and away we go. Paranoia forces Kayak off the angle. That's good for them. Should get them at least a step towards the site now. And well, seeing that Outlaw in play.
Okay, retake up.
Reboot punished initially here makes things even more difficult for Heretics. Still only Sheriffs to work with, not able to pin down an upgrade on the back of Alpha falling. Fnatic definitely biding their time, sorry.
There goes the Paranoia. Ooh, it was a bit laboured there in the end, and Rienz is going to trade it! And Boo's back on the case. Boo gets out of danger, but it should be seen. A nice reposition from him. Oh, but the shot just goes astray. Couldn't quite get it across the line in the end. Close on time, too. I feel if he got one of those kills there, could have maybe played around that tempo that was left. But Fnatic get another step in now, 4-1.
Very unfortunate, because Fnatic actually misread the TP. So if he's able to find that first freebie, certainly doable for him. Again, making something from seemingly nothing, just the Sheriffs here. Come through, find the plant.
अबे ये लोग मैप पिक करते भी क्यों है बे? जब एक दूसरे का मैप ही जीतने गए तो मत करो ना पिक बैन, खेल लो सारे मैप.
The war of attrition of that round, Fnatic still come out on top. 4-1 lead now.
All odds for Heretics.
Yeah, a stacked deck.
Who's next?
In terms of this ult cycle, there's going to be mini boots to try and pave the way here.
Careful here. It's you.
Okay,
and
there it
me.
is. There's a combo, and it's got its reward. Oh, it's got its target at the very least. He's trying to do what he can, but sadly,
वो लोग ने उसको
that was
पकड़ा.
gonna be uncomfortable for
Clone
him.
को.
Going to get burnt up with no real use to it.
Crashes from downtown. Fury will at least force Heretics to retreat initially.
No distractions.
That's Alpha.
Now he's got a real one.
Yeah. Oh, but actually, Mini Boo.
Mini Boo wins that?
Yeah,
It's
he
like we've been
wins
starting to see
that.
that clone work happening more
Yeah.
and more, which is kind of sick. But I did not expect to see Miniboo winning that 1v1 up against Alpha. But Bosa trying to pave the way back through. This is getting real topsy-turvy here.
Yeah,
Plant going to be going
Benji's-
in towards A.
I was just about to say,
Oh
Benji's
my
lurk
God,
has
round
actually
है.
opened
इसकी माँ का
a lot
plan के बारे में
of
नहीं मालूम.
space here. Ooh, gotta be careful, Kayak.
Oh!
And that's Chelsea on the second tap finds it. Woot will forward, now a 3v3.
They bring it back to a manageable scenario, but they got to get moving, right? You look at the time, you look at the positions. This is not going to be easy. Rien's trying to control towards
Nice,
long. His
nice.
timing is excellent.
Little done.
Catching Kayak just
Moment
in
के बारे
between
में नहीं मालूम.
ideas. And now Crash is trying to play in Boaster potentially. They talk about their 2v3s. This one is going to be hard. But Boaster tries to take the isolated fight, doesn't get it. Rien's is rewarded as Crashies now just has to bow out of this
W
round.
baby.
Yeah. Heretics going to be able to hold on to 3 rifles as well.
इसमें K18 को जानते हो नहीं? मैं K19 को
Awkward
जानता हूँ.
opening here is, again, if Benji isn't
शादी के बाद वो
as
K19
deep
हो
as he
गया.
is, I didn't really see what happened for him in
18
the early
plus
round
1
either.
ना?
If
समझ
It's just a straight
Plus
walk up
1 है
mid,
ना उसके life में.
but kind of seals the deal for Heretics. Again, Fnatic made a good go of things. Obviously, the initial kill from Kayak to get things going.
ठीक है भाई Binks Demon 1 जैसे
Green
रुकी
shutting
आज
down.
तक नहीं आया. बात तो है
Mini-
मानसी भाई
yeah,
बात
Mini
है.
Boo winning
लेकिन
out
$2 में वो
is a huge
deal वाली
factor
बात
for
नहीं है.
Heretics.
Demon 1 types.
This coach once told me Alpha never
$1000
loses
में आप
those.
ये सेम कमेंट करते थे ना.
We've
औरा
determined it was a lie.
औरा फील होता था Demon 1.
We've determined that. We've
But बात
taken our
that
time.
on a-
Thank you for the replay.
Thank you for the 2.79.
Yeah, mini analysis 0 to 1 so far. Ignore all the previous stats 0 to 1. For a coach mini.
Drone
Probably
जा रहा है.
fighting for his life in Sliggy's chat. But looking at this buy, Frenzy, Sheriff, Classic, Guardian, and a Vandal. A little bit all over
भाई
the
ये तो
shop.
पिस गया. बच गया.
We love a frenzy spray. It wasn't even a spray. You can't
No.
even fault him for it.
No.
All that damage and Benji's still at 45.
W.
Big upgrade for Mini Boot. Finding Crashies.
रजक भाई को मत दो
3v5
kill
now for
please.
Fnatic.
अल्टा जाएगा. इग्नोर मर जाएगा.
And only the one rifle in the form of the Guardian for Kayak as well. Looking like Heretics will find their third. Don't necessarily want to say, well, actually, I'm pretty comfortable behind this. I was going to say, 1 or 2 members of Heretics can afford.
भाई क्या gap निकालते हैं ना ये लोग?
to
एक
seal the
blind
deal here.
spot
But
और
again, with
वही
Chronicle
punish
down on
होता है बे.
Classic and Kayak on a Sheriff, no real motivation for it.
एक बार मरेंगे जान.
Can't argue with that.
Closing it out, yeah. Fair
Gun
play.
save कर लिया.
Righty. So as it stands, well, a little bit of a
You?
turnaround here, don't we? It's too early for me to start
You?
telling stories about it, but so far Fnatic have been the roll's been slowed down, right? Because they've built up a good amount of bank, which still should get them a good buy here. I don't think there'll be an issue in that regard.
Off लेना है तो drop दे सकते हैं ना. Off लेना है.
Yeah,
Let me get the replay.
we ran it in slow-mo.
That's unpleasant.
I almost would have preferred to see a player cam react actually there.
Really?
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Seeing the slow-mo, surely.
I don't know. Just the face going, oh. It's all right. He's gone for a frenzy to an operator.
भोजपुर भाई को off लेने
He's
के
gone,
लिए वो
guys,
मारा.
I need a little
Love
confidence
you,
here.
yeah.
And he's good with this. He's normally been pretty solid. I can't actually fault him for it. I've been doubting it in the past. But you can see how hard it is to implement this
Full retake
up against that ISOL shield coming in. You've got Heretics now running through the site. Just
कौवा में कबूतर करो
when
बंग
you're
में
Buster and
कौवा
you've
में
got that operator,
कबूतर
you're
गाफ
probably
में ले
already
लो
looking for a
कबूतर.
save here. What,
Yeah,
what
definitely.
motivation do you
Teamwork
have
से
to
dance
go for
करवाओगे.
this? That's a
Gamer
prized
है पर
possession now. If
dancer
Crashies
नहीं.
and Kron can get something going, sure, but the odds are awful.
Haters.
I think it really relies
ये
on
होती है ना entry.
like I said, Crashies or Chronicle to find the opener. But doesn't look like that's going to
Rude,
be
do
the
it
case.
again.
Heretics happy to tuck in, nobody going out
Rude
hunting.
भाई ने बोला था, yes I'm rude motherfucker.
I think now probably realising that, but Chronicle consolation at least. As I said in the previous, can afford to throw a few bodies on the line,
कैसे
but
भाई
probably no more than that
कैन
now.
से कैसे बचा वो कैसे कैसे भाई
Easy, Tiger. Yeah, well,
Ult point दे
I
दिया
gotta
दो
say again, great call coming out from Heretics, because it's brutal to try and hold that B side, even with the operator, right? Let's say you're there, when you've got that ISO shot just to be able to trail
Yeah,
up with,
exactly. Yeah.
you're out of the round. It's such a good read, because it's not the first time we've seen Boaster playing that sort of position.
Bottle
on
को
B,
तो डांस भी
right?
करेंगे
It feels quite common now. If it's available, maybe they run it, maybe they don't. But fantastic read from Heretics to kind of pull the trigger on that approach.
I guess on the other side of that
भाई
as well,
ये
when
राउंड फैनेटिक
many
का
Blues
लग रहा है
find an
कजक भाई
opener
के
like
पास
that,
अल्ट है
all the way into A link.
और बोस्टर का अल्ट है
It's not even
जिससे
the B
सारे लोग
player
गहरे
that
अंधे हो
feels the
जाते
pressure.
समझ रहे हो
Yeah.
फैनेटिक
Second
वाला
or
वाइब्स
third
दे
pick
रहा है मेरे को
potentially onto trying to
एक सेकंड में ट्रिप टूट गया
slow things down. Boaster curious once again. I think now probably noted as well. They're almost anticipating this operator to be in the hands of Boaster and be on this side. Yeah,
I
we're
like that,
happy
though.
to. Yeah.
I liked what he was trying to do. Go for that secondary player, trying to ignore the shield, but you can't really ignore it in the hands of Woot. Already clearing out Alpha from the site. Down again
बोस्टर के
here.
पास अभी भी ऑफ है
Forcing the ult from both sides. Here we go. This is about to get chaotic.
A ton of information gathered on the side of both, and actually Minibu shut down by Chronicle.
Yeah, but Boaster's just been dropped by Benji, so kind of a back and forth there. Kayak tries to isolate one. It's not going to go well against Woot. Digs his heels in
Not
towards the back
W.
of the side. It's Crash is trying to do anything here. Trailblaze his way forward. It's a
W.
valiant attempt, but it goes really only so far. Woot is really where this started and ended, it felt like. Cleared that
मैकल
corner
भाई रेडिएंट
well.
पहुंच गया कौन
And Boaster
मैकल
found
भाई
very little impact. A nice attempt, sure. But again, still able to hold this down,
Legend
clearing out
बंदा है वो।
Alpha, clearing out all of these kills. And Chronicle, once again, just left to rot, really.
Yeah, you gotta watch this one.
किसी का एंट्री है क्रेजी है ना
Yeah.
क्या मेरे को नहीं समझा
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I thought maybe he was gonna die. I didn't even spot the cage still there. Coming to a soundboard near you.
Yeah, no, literally, I was about to say someone clip it. Someone clip it for me. 'Cause I
That'll
need
be
that
on
in my
Mitch
life.
Man's Go XLR before the end of the
Mitch
week.
is chuckling. I can hear his own giggle. Just... Right, time out. Fnatic.
Yeah?
They've now had 4 rounds presented to them by Heretics, and it's been pretty impressive, to be fair. Very good reads again, and I think we've been complimenting, obviously, Boaster leading up to this point about his IGLing and kind of how well he's been doing that. Boo on the other side, also calling very well. I love how they've been very heads up about this. Especially if you're playing this comp against the people who kind of came into this with it. And it feels tailor-made. It feels like they're very aware of how Fnatic like to approach this map for themselves.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, other than maybe a flash in the pan with Kayak off to a flying start, as if they really could ride that momentum. And actually, it's Heretics to convert 4 post plants as well on the back of that. So kind of having a free run of things.
नहीं चले मजा
Well, Fnatic are going to adjust
मजा
now and maybe play a little more aggressive again.
किया था भाई मैं करूँ
I don't want to say you're forced to, but it certainly feels as if you have the opportunity to justify it way more comfortably. But again, on Haven, it's always that question, right? You can pivot so quickly to another site on the back of, you know, a Yoru potentially, or even Alert coming through. We've seen Benji find value in previous rounds. It's not as clear cut as just being, you know, identifying where you want to pressure and play into.
Here.
AI मेरा AI बोला मैंने बोला
4-1. Wow.
AI का जमाना है भाई
4-1, I guess.
Yeah, it almost just looks like almost one of those kind of sponge retake setups towards C on the back of Chronicle, maybe the TP. You see actually the ping coming out exactly where the reposition comes.
नींबू काहे डाला
Oh Lord, Kayak. Okay, the paranoia just fades away before it reaches him. He's trying to be a bit cheeky about it, and I like it.
cheeky बनेगा भाई काyak का round है
Heretics probably feeling they have some security here by Bite. But that's a player noted now. Paranoia sent him from afar, but no ability to get anything from it. The swing from the smoke is rewarded.
बोला था ना चैट
go
बोला था
from
ना
left to right so quickly. He got one backside by Plat and then towards
पोजी
CT.
देखो
I do want to see that one back. And you're right, it's just Benji rattling.
Oh no!
Hello, hello, Boaster. Hello. This is look, Heretics are so in control, man.
cinema.
They've watched Fnatic here. I mean, it feels like you could watch half of the EMEA teams and get a good idea of what's being tried to be attempted. I mean, Heretics run the same comp, but it's all those little nuanced pieces, all those little looks that Heretics seem so aware of. Just the positioning's fantastic, and they're in control right now. I'd love to see Fnatic try and turn this around to gap close, but this feels a little bit reminiscent of Lotus when it started to move away from Fnatic.
It's very rare you do see a team
goodbye.
I guess stabilize and nullify any threat in the mid-round versus Boaster or Fnatic in general. You got to give credit to Heretics in that regard. Now they look at, I mean, they have a huge cushion. 6-4 the scoreline. Look at the funds for Heretics starting to swell, and G trying to get a little cheeky. Probably the only one that's struggling financially, but he is top of the board.
And speaking of the board, Mike, and I don't normally talk about it when it comes to it.
It's weird.
It is weird, but I'm looking at Fnatic's side, and it's a map that traditionally, in my eyes, look at. Oh, okay, it was just straight through the smoke as well. I was wondering how he got that secondary kill, but still, Alpha at the bottom here, he's only got 3 kills so far. This is probably one of the quieter performances I've actually seen from him in this map. He's been one of the great series, made that ISO look fantastic.
Music back to the Vitality series.
Yeah. Yes. Totally different. Again, being able to kind of keep him in a box, play away from him, has been impressive. Speaking of Alpha as well, it looks like he wants to try and instigate something for himself.
Not going to be rewarded initially. Can hear obviously the cam's position, so there's going to be that hesitation or caution shown.
Breaking down.
So you're giving a sound cue on the other side of the map as well.
Benji spot.
Yeah. I mean, he's just got to be hard cleared from now on, surely.
Not again, 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 not again. No, no.
Again. Again!
Oh man, Boaster, he's gonna be seething about that one. And Boo there even to get Alpha down. Even though Kayak got the kill on. Oh wow, look at this advantage. 5v3 already. Sight under their control. Fnatic, yeah, they got a bit of support from CT, but it's keeping them alive. That's what they can bank on, really. Kayak and Kron are gonna have to go above and beyond. What are you meant to do here? Miniboo's already got this corner sorted. I don't know how you gap close past this.
A save potentially. Been so many of these examples. I think that's why you see Heretics with a 2-round lead and 4 out of the 5 members of Heretics negative KD.
Yeah.
Hey, 7-5 is not a bad arc.
Really have a say
in Heaven.
7-5 is not bad. Concluded before they can really put something in motion, and it's, I mean, credit to Benji in that regard, right? He's finding kills that are very off kilter in terms of the nature of how we see Fnatic perform previously.
Yeah, true.
Again, limiting the options, really. Now it's going to feel very awkward for Fnatic to commit towards clearing mid ahead of a site hit coming through.
Yep. It's all just starting to add up against them. 4 rounds is workable. I just feel like you need just to break the trend. It feels like a drought, doesn't it? And the finances still rotten.
Let's just have a quick look back, and obviously Fnatic sitting 3-0. Their favoured side has been the attack, but I gotta say, 8-4 just never feels good, especially when it's rounds like this where we're seeing them, dare I say, outclassed in a lot of regards.
Yeah, Crashy's hoping for something to land there. Rien's is a bit lower, I guess. Miniboo taking a touch of damage as well, but it's not much. Boaster, put that barrel away. Betrayed you last time in Garage.
He does
not have a nightmare of a round.
I guess it comes back to that same discussion. Obviously, crediting Boaster looking the best individual we have seen, and now it kind of casts a shadow on that map on performance. You could say, obviously, still delivering as an IGL and the mid-round looking great for Fnatic, but now the concerns continue if you can't get the ball rolling, numerically at least. Heretics now poised towards an A site hit.
Destabilizing. No distraction.
Will throw it out. Catches Crashies.
Yeah, clean
and wins out.
Yeah, he's doing his job here, Woo. Kayak tries to make a hero play through the smoke, and now Boaster Not again.
Benji again as well.
And he gets his ult for a 2. Alpha and Kron in a 2v3. Good information though on the side of Heretics. So Alpha's
7-5 हो
shield
सकता था यार.
gonna be forced away. Back himself away here as it's all on him. So much for him to try and achieve.
Post will be like
3 players out
Cypher
of
is my only
position.
weakness.
Hard angles to clear this crossfire setup. Does catch at least Mini Boo for a moment, but it's only a moment as Heretics make it up to 8-4. Mike, it feels like Fnatic are dropping the ball here.
Yeah, and I think as well, thinking back to the previous results, a 3-9 defensive half versus Vitality.
Mumbai,
They did bounce back to a
Mumbai,
13-10, but this one feels pretty awkward, Lauren.
Huh?
Certainly does. We'll be back in just a moment.
Görev tamamlandı.
बच गया मैं बेल चैलेंज से. मैं भी चैलेंज आ रहा था, मेरे को डांस करना पड़ता, 50 गिफ्ट देना पड़ता, वो अलग. बच गया 8-4 है. नाचने वाला पिंकी देख कद्दू मेरा. कहाँ से भाई 8-4 अपू भाई मैं. और अभी पिस्तौल राउंड जीतेगा फनेटिक. पिस्तौल राउंड बहुत स्ट्रांग है फनेटिक का. फर्स्ट राउंड में देखा ना. खत्म नहीं हुआ है. रुक जाओ गॉड गुड बाय. बदला लेंगे एक दिन.
Well, it was an
Rohan
astounding
bhai!
turn of events towards the end there.
Thank you
That
for the
sixth round
cast.
onward,
दोस्त
Mike, it
मेरे
felt
से
like
मेरे
Heretics
जान के
couldn't
टोटे
put a step
ग्रुप में आ जाओ.
wrong.
व्हाट्सएप
Everything
ग्रुप
lining up
टॉप
for them.
प्रीमियम
And where was
क्वालिटी
the
हाई
reaction from
क्वालिटी ग्रुप है.
Fnatic?
क्वालिटी.
I mean, look at the timeline, the amount of success they found in the post plant, and there just wasn't really. I don't even want to say you didn't see the adjustment from Fnatic because players were falling way ahead of the fact. It wasn't as if they could even get themselves into a position to formulate some type of retake. I mean, Boaster falling in a couple of weird scenarios before the spikes even planted. Can't get, no smokes and no paranoia in the retake. It's just awkward, and it's not something we're used to seeing Fnatic have to overcome.
And that's where I think I agree with you. It's the
cash on delivery.
Surprised to see it in this sort of position, but it is what it is. Heretics looking the closer to form here, and what a message to send to do it on Haven if they can. Still an opportunity now, but look at the proactive approach here. I think Crashies is aware of this. You look at his pathing, he's got to know something's going on.
The chance is Mini Boo on the other side. He will get immediately overwhelmed.
Don't let it go too far, do they? Instantaneous reaction. A lot of players spotted though on this flank, but it's a good idea. It's the right idea, but Alpha this time ready. Sheriff in hand and locked in. Boo. The timing this side on Chronicle's side. Boo goes down. And now the rest of the retake looks a little light here as Boaster going to be rewarded. Taking down his nemesis, Benji. And just one left alive really to handle is now Mini Boo. And there it is. Chronicle claims it, and it's a safe start for Fnatic.
Much needed, maybe a course correction here on the back of the pistol. They can convert round 2.
कितना बड़ा ऐड से वेंडी सोने वाला था. Hello, मैंने ऐड ड्रॉप कर दिया.
Yeah, I mean, great
Good morning,
isolation on
Bang Bang. Love you,
Crashies, but
bye.
towards that point he can relay all that information. And what's important is Wu is double faced.
Huh?
No chance for him to find any success on long.
अभी उठ रहा था ना.
Actually, even Chronicle finding the wallbang as well. I believe actually down to 5 HP in heaven, but
64% attack round.
So yeah, obviously, I mean, conversely to what I was saying, the first half Fnatic do have a 64% win rate on the attacking side, and most notably being obviously flipping the Vitality series, map here on Haven. Again, that string of rounds. So it doesn't make you feel as if it's a guarantee, right? It's not a given.
No. patience being shown. Fnatic's tempo, look, they've really slowed things down.
VCT
here, it
में
feels
भी
like.
डांस
Yeah,
करते
obviously the
हैं
statistics in,
ads आते तो YouTube बंद करके चालू किया तो
in the
आता है
first map of Lotus, kind of highlighting how
Midstreams ads
tempered
नहीं
they
आएंगे,
play
बंद
these
कर
days.
दिए।
But you can see the caution being displayed, and rightly so. Little high-low set here between Woot and Benji. Could be rewarded, but the dart gonna have to be dealt with by one. Away we go. Shield gone. Oh my god, they got two. One's fine, two's outrageous. Woot's gonna try and make a quick escape here, but they've held off the hit.
Yeah, and a man to the good as well. We'll try and police that weapon back. We'll be able to get it into the hands of Chronicle. Certainly feeling a little
30
more
seconds left.
awkward now. Never feels comfortable walking into B late round. 20 seconds left. Luckily, nobody from Heretics on the other side of this.
Yeah, it does feel like just fortune is on their side, at least in this moment, because those corners feel so threatening. But the plant's going to come down. Boaster pops it into place.
10 seconds left.
Still a number disadvantage,
Spike
though.
planted.
So if Heretics can try and fashion something together to cause those problems, deny those trades, we'll see. Trying to maybe daisy chain those smokes in. What a shot. With crashes falling, now they can't secure both sides. You can see the discomfort. Chronicle's gone down. How the hell is Boaster the last one alive as Boo sidesteps around him and the disaster strikes Mike? This was never meant to be the round.
What's the haymaker here from
क्या मारा मैं
Heretics?
मिनू ने दो
Catching Fnatic off guard. A pay safe card thrifty nonetheless. To get 9 on the board and strip
बंद
away
करोगे तो कैसे
any
बंद
early
करोगे
advantage of
यार
Fnatic.
से अर्निंग हो जाती
Good
है
try to build on the back of the pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful conversion here. The high-low setup on C, but mini Boo. Sorry, the second was a headshot as well.
How's he getting that? How is he getting that?
I need a drop.
वरना
I mean,
truly.
just
Cuteness देखो chat
a
cuteness
tilter of a round, to be honest with you.
Yes. And it's such a key point as well, such a pivotal moment. To have that upswing, to have that just fall into their lap. Well, Fnatic in the past have had their heroes. They've had their players
फिर से भी
step up
execute कर रहे
to
हैं
save the day, but right now no one is here to help, it looks like. Mini Boo, Woot in control, no access.
We'll see one of the weapons removed. No, Crash is able to retrieve it at least. Nicely placed on the window still, but Mini Boo elsewhere has removed the other rifle. Alpha will fall. Spike now down in mid. Chronicle has to make his way across, but only a classic.
Treacherous. It's just brutal to have to go and do this walk, right?
Scanning ahead.
Okay, trying to feign this attention towards C, but I mean, they've got so many bodies, they don't have to
Need
be
a
too
kill.
worried yet. Yeah, absolutely. Hell, they need two at this point, but that's a step heard.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get a chance to find one, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Mini Boo,
sorry,
yeah, primed.
Standing.
Degree crashes.
No hard feelings. 30
I mean,
seconds left.
I'm gonna say Mini Boo is. It just feels like he's just having a. He's built different at times. You give him like an outlaw or a marshal, he's gonna get you a couple of kills here. Kron, yeah, there's no way around. Benji's like, hey, no, go ahead, go ahead, try get to the site.
अच्छा नहीं बहुत अच्छा एक्चुअल में ना
Hello there.
अरे बंद करोगे तो हम
Mate, 510.
सुपर चैट कर देंगे love you आशुबेद
I want to see
love
this from
you
Mini Boo's side.
already
yeah,
ad revenue से ज़्यादा
I
सुपर चैट कर दिया
I feel like I just want to watch his whole side. Just like the whole time.
Yeah, really
₹100
comfortable.
रोज मेरा ad
On the
revenue पता
Yoru,
कितना होता है
again, no surprises really. We'll see, I don't see anything up on screen, but the time's not moving. I'm guessing it's attack. There's some music. Yeah, from Muerto, okay.
Yeah. We're fine, we're fine.
तो चैट कैसा लग रहा है आपको आज ना डांस देखने मिलेगा ना 50 देखने मिलेगा
I'm like that
मेरा माइक आपके मुंह में
Mike, I can't watch America.
How does
They
it
obviously
feel?
have like half the stage go red sometimes for like the team.
It's just,
I'm
yeah.
suddenly going.
मैंने कौन सा मैच है आज सारे अच्छे मैच
Was
मैंने
it-
के
I
सारे
mean, it's
मैचेस
got
सारे
colorblind
अच्छे
mode
ये
on the
प्लेऑफ
monitor.
चल रहा है
Oh,
Whenever
it
you
might
watch
help.
Americas.
It might help. It might help me.
Well,
कल पैसिफिक होएगा होएगा
yes, I see it. I see it.
Okay.
गाली नहीं
Speaking of
नहीं
help,
Get me some. I mean,
Yeah,
get
whether or
Fnatic
not-
some. Where are we going?
whether or not Fnatic are going to be able to get any help from the coaching staff here. Again, it's
पहली बार मैंने बंदर देखा है यहाँ पे.
I mean, just now with a disheartening start to the second
अभी
half,
notice ही नहीं किया.
being
ये
stripped
map
away
पे
in
था.
round 2. And again, they're now in a really awkward position where they concede this, they're broke. Heretics on 11. You got to argue. Then they win the anti-eco. They're on map and series point.
बहुत टाइम बाद है. अच्छा लगा आप दोनों को देख के.
And
Love
again,
you,
the
अच्छा
gravitas
bye.
of this matchup can't be understated. Yes, it all Booster. Bloody heck. Unconfirmed amounts of damage.
Booster भाई का दिन नहीं है.
It's there. The fact is, it puts you one win away from getting into Toronto.
Which for both of these teams, absolutely huge.
Yeah, it's gold dust, right? And so for Fnatic,
क्या
it's
कर रहे हो
time to
बे?
really buckle down here. You got to be
Cookie
absolutely
Bell.
ready for this. If you want a
Homemade.
chance to go into those big global events, there is no ability to be cautious anymore or, hold anything back. This is a huge opportunity. We've seen giants already fall in the form of EDG not making it out there, upsets in Americas as well. Playoffs is not for the weak-willed. It's brutal. So a huge boon to either side. And as it stands, Heretics digging deeper here. Map to the good before. Lotus in their side. Here, 5-round advantage.
Oh my god, miracle
Now,
language.
They have to try and figure this one out.
There's going to be Boo to try and...
घुस गया बे.
Try and, I guess, slow things down. It actually does isolate
भाई
Kayak.
क्या बेशरम है
Good for
बू.
the trade. You see on the minimap,
अकेले
the rest of
घुस के मार
Heretics
के
are
आगे.
a million miles away from this.
Available Ritik में smokes नहीं है.
First time we get this tested. And something I do want to credit as well is how good Heretics
Hello?
are at pressuring these kind of backlines. Even if they don't fully commit to it, they'll normally kind of break the backline pressure, force a player to look away, hit that quick rotate, which we're seeing here. It's wonderful to witness, but Crashy's position might be a checkmate on this. It is! Root's been caught trying to play into the smoke. He's got them at least a man advantage, which is huge here. Alpha trying to
hang
too
on.
many targets. How's Benji got two? How's he got Crashy's and Boaster there? Oh, dearie me, Benji.
क्या retake मारा?
Trying to come on.
भाई योरू big brains भाई. उसने क्या क्या देखा क्या? Trip तोड़ के पीछे clone डाल दिया.
Got a bit close
तो एक बंदा पूरा टाइम वो देख रहा था flank.
Again, my VMix levels aren't high enough to clear
दो
enough.
second.
Regardless, 11 on the board now. And yeah, that advantage created by Crashies immediately stripped away. It almost seems a little overzealous for Boo to commit to that.
One enemy.
But even then, they're
Oh!
to get the follow-up victory. Like I said, on the back of Crashies.
Those
yeah,
spam
I mean,
में मर गए.
oh, the timing.
Wow.
I mean, Boasters basically just...
No nacha nachi. Love you
20
Vishal
HP, I
bhai.
believe, so... That's rough.
Vishal bhai, how about आप ही वो कबूतर डांस पे डांस
here,
करके
but-
वीडियो भेजो.
He actually will convert on the second blind, and Kayak doubles
एक
down.
सेकंड रुक जाओ.
Hey, look, Fnatic need a miracle. That might be the start of it.
I would like
Be
to
coming up
apologize.
next, but now we are into a 5v3.
अभी भी कुछ भी हो
And
सकता
Minibu's
है.
still got that outlaw. Great initially, not great in a retake. Brutal to try and bring it back through towards this site. This should not be around that
Language
Fnatic ever
rappers.
lose. Even with the weaponry disadvantage in certain areas, this just
Well-
should not go wrong.
Oh, no, Benji.
Oh, Benji, you're nasty with it. Bron's got a swing.
Oh, no.
No way, no,
Bro,
no,
not
no,
like
no.
this,
Minibu's
bro.
gonna do so. Oh my god,
Bro.
no.
You can't. You can't.
Oh my god, सारे players गायब हो गए.
Someone help me, and we're just gonna do a dirty. Kayak goes down. That should never have happened.
Yeah.
She's back,
Benji,
baby.
on like a 15-second swing, by the way. He just kept swinging wider and wider.
I ain't stopping. He's just never. What the hell was that?
Yeah, that's.
Godspeed bye, कैसे हो?
Oh, that is just outrageous. Then doubles down on Kron.
Like,
Yeah.
you're so calm.
5v3?
You're so calm. I'm not calm.
बाप रे.
And of course, there's like so with an outlaw just falling.
भाई
out.
क्या retake किया ना?
वो ठीक है, उसका
शॉट क्या था आउटलो वाला?
वो normal था मेरे जैसा
I
मारा.
mean, they are elevating every step of the way, and it's a brutal beginning, back and forth until then. Boo tips the favor into their hands.
भाई
Gonna
गिर
come
बो.
in. Let's see if those stats still hold for Alpha. They could do with it right now. Rien's on the run, but Alpha does win. Bring it back to this 3v3, but Minibu in the backlines! Almost got all three of them. Putting it all in the
किससे
hands
खेल
of
रहे हैं
Michael now.
लोग?
He needs the 1v2. Benji going
बेंजी
around
भाई
the
थोड़ा
world
सा
if he
शर्म
needs to.
कर लो,
That
स्पाइक
spike's
ड्रॉप
still
देख
down
लो
and
ना
long,
किधर है, चले
and a
जाओ
minute
वहाँ
to
पे.
play with.
Yeah, I'm not sure Boot, well, whether or not he could see it, but so the cage going to obscure his vision regardless. I think maybe just behind the wall, but regardless, the cage will give away Chronicle's position. Utility littered across the map, so Benji could almost just stack towards Boot. Ultimately, sit in the camp. He can't be pushed from either direction.
He's got this map.
उसको लगेगा दोनों A players है भाई.
Every access
Big
point
brain Benji
he
बे.
will know about. Here it is.
उसको लगेगा दोनों A player है.
And they have no idea. Benji with an outstanding performance throughout this map, but Heretics in general, 13 to 5 on a map like this, it sends a message.
Benji just coming alive as you
मैं
said.
इसलिए डांस कर रहा हूँ कि मेरे पास गिफ्टेड बच गया है. ये हाँ
तेरे को क्या मिलेगा?
मैं डांस करने से बच गया और मैं 50 गिफ्टेड देने से बच गया. So it's a win.
Shouldn't be like 1 or 1.
1 में एक ऑलरेडी चैलेंज हार गया था, वो तो नसीब में डांस नहीं किया, बच गया भाई. Me got internship and my better half. क्या बात है, दो विन. W baby W 1-1 हुआ डिसाइडर के लिए. क्या कोई चैलेंज हो जाता था? कोई चैलेंज नहीं. चलो अभी मेंबर्स अपने पास 1 घंटा है, तो आ जाओ. 1 घंटा अपन मेंबर्स ओनली करेंगे, क्योंकि मैं अगर रेस्ट लेगा तो मैं सो जाऊंगा. तो 1 घंटा मेंबर्स ओनली करेंगे और फिर उसके बाद हम करेंगे एनए. तो नॉर्मल पब्लिक्स मिलते हैं एनए पे. सेन का मैच पहले ही है, तुम लोग सेन देख के सो सकते हो.
1 घंटा.
स्लीप इज फॉर वीक. ठीक है, चलो गाइस, बाय 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 बाय. आदियोस, शेड में पादियोस, टेक केयर, सी या गुड नाइट. जो लोग सेन के लिए आने वाले, मेक श्योर अलार्म लगा के आओ. पहले मैच है 2:30 को, सेन का मैच है. ठीक है, एनए में मिलते हैं. और मेंबर्स आ जाओ, 1 घंटा मेंबर्स ओनली कर लेते हैं. ठीक है, चलो जो लोग को मेंबर्स ओनली ज्वाइन करना है, एक्सक्लेमेटरी मार्क ज्वाइन करो भाई. रोज करता हूँ मेहनत, रोज. जस्ट सेइंग 150 में 1 मंथ ऑफ एंटरटेनमेंट. हाँ, क्या पता वहां पे कोई चैलेंज और डांस आ जाए, यू नेवर नो. तो लाइक और सब्सक्राइब करो. मिलते हैं गाइस, बाय बाय, आडियोस. एक सेकंड.
Group stage, Fnatic cannot even take a map off of them, releases.
There is no chance. Every single.
बस ना, कितना ही सुनेंगे. चलो गाइस, बाय 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 बाय. मिलते हैं आदियोस, स्टूडियो में पादियोस. टेक केयर, सी यू, लव यू, बाय.
I find you a star.
Here, even at the beginning of this one, when you hear a new player, you're gonna go up against the legends. And at some point, that was Heretics too, but now they should feel extremely comfortable, because the individual performances that we're seeing from these players, they're playing on a different category.
They grow a lot.
It's only a dream. It's how I feel. You deserve